and good afternoon from a beautiful sunny day here in Ensenada, Baja, California, Mexico. I'm Sean Cermony. Alongside of me, you know this guy right here. He's been with us for many, many years now, Kevin Johnson. And this is the Norra 500 here, live in full effect. A lot going on today. We've been in contingency all day. Pam's got some great stuff down there. We're going to get ready to go into qualifying. Tell us a little bit about in more detail about how things went last year. We got a carrot to chase this year in qualifying,
right? And
tell us a little bit about that, because we got some big stuff going on today.
Yeah, it's everyone's here. The town's buzzing.
Yeah,
we're gonna go to qualifying out in a little bit, which is Nelson Ranch, which is about 20 miles east of our location here, just outside of Ensenada. All the defending champs, both defending champs are in this race here. Max Gordon is our defending UTV champion, and also our overall champion, Dave Mason Jr. is back this year to defend his title. So it's going to be exciting. The qualifying is going to be great. We got people out at Miles Hasselquist is out at Nelson, and it's about, it's hot out there today. They said it's probably in the 90s, so it's warm out there. But we have cameras all over the course. We have at least, I believe, 10 cameras. There's 3 drones out there. So we're going to cover every inch of that course today. Qualifying will be covered.
And when we talk about the course, and we'll be touching on it more as the day goes on here, but it's a 2.5-mile course, so 2.5 miles. Each competitor, they're going to go out there and get a sight lap. And those of you that followed this in the past, you see the sight lap. It's just spread out a few cars ahead of time, and they just go out there easy and check it out. Well, they're supposed to take it easy. Not everybody does, and that causes a little bit of havoc. But all in all, they're going to go out there and get their sight lap, and then one car at a time is going to go out, and they're going to get their lap in. Right now, the time to beat, keep in mind it's our 3rd time using this course, and we use the same course so that we can have a history of trying to chase down faster times. So we started with last year in 2023 with the Norra 500, and we had Max Gordon being the fastest qualifier, and then with the 1000 as well, the happiest race on earth. We use the same course. Now this is the 3rd time. We're back to good times and good vibes here with the 500, and that's Max Gordon. What's his fast time? 2 minutes, 31 seconds is the time to beat. So if I'm a competitor, right, and I'm out there, I mean, that's the carrot in front of the cart, man, without a doubt. That's what I'm going after. You want to be the fast qualifier, and the big thing is you want to start up front, but you also want to say, hey, I just wiped Mad Max Gordon's time off the board.
Right.
And that's bragging rights, and that means a lot out here in the desert.
Yeah, and everyone knows that's the time to beat from the previous year. And as you said, same course, so yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what you guys are watching, follow along home today. Just keep that in mind. That's the time. So when you see people out there and you see their times, and it makes a difference for the starting order too. So the qualifying is pretty important for these UTVs.
We have a massive group of UTVs this year, and when we talk about that, we already mentioned Max Gordon, but of course we've got Robbie Gordon in there. I don't know if you guys have heard of him or not, but he's going to be out there as well. We got Don Mankey. He's always real fast. Todd Romano, another quick one as well. Going on through here, let's talk about Steve Roberts. A new one, this is different. Let me switch gears for just a minute here. So not quite, pumping the brakes. So not qualifying, but the first time ever racing in off-road is actually Janie Lee. Janie Lee, a lot of you guys know her. She's a spokesmodel for a lot of different companies in motorsports throughout the years, for different tire manufacturers and different sports drinks and energy drinks and things. And Janie Lee's out here for the first time as well with Kylie Walton, 2 spokesmodels in the motorsports industry. They're not going to qualify. They opted to just start in the back of the pack. I think it's smart. They're here to have a good time, but they're talented young ladies. They've been around racing their whole lives, and so that's a pretty exciting thing. We're going to keep an eye on them, not necessarily today, but as the weekend goes on. But we're talking now, I'm kind of switch gears to fast competitors, to very interesting as well. Bo Briggs. That's a name that we've been hearing out here for quite a long time. Continuing on here, let me move on down the list. Let's get into PJ Jones, right? Huge.
Yeah, PJ
Jones is out there. Yeah, very fast. Javier Gonzalez is out there. Donald Mankey's out there. Let's get into some past winners as well.
We have a lot of returning veterans out there too. Trisha Rain is back again. She'll be out there today.
How about Renee Hudson? So always on the gas.
Yes.
Renee Hudson, she's gone home with an awful lot of hardware from this peninsula over the years, and a very talented young woman she is. Thomas Purcell, he's no joke.
Triple Deuces Motorsports.
Yeah, Triple Deuces Motorsports. And the list goes on, and we're going to touch on all of them here as the day goes on. And let's also talk about tech and contingency.
Right.
Another thing that's going on. You guys, I promise you're not just stuck here looking at our 2 mugs. we've got a lot of great stuff, and we got Pam Marshall down in the tech and contingency area, and she's been there all morning, getting a lot of great interviews, and we'll be touching in with her as well. And then we're going to continue on. We get out in the field, but we're getting underway. As you can see, or you're going to see, we're getting the front straightaway is getting all watered down now out in the qualifying area. They take this very, very seriously here. I think the first time we did it, it was serious.
Yeah.
But now it's getting more and more. I mean, like qualifying
the people at Nelson Ranch do such a great job out there. They bring out the water trucks. They get the track down. We were talking with Miles earlier today, who's out there at the track. We're going to go to him in a little bit. But there's a little bit of wind out there, but not a lot. He says maybe it's about 5 to 10 miles an hour. It's enough the dust to be hanging. But for qualifying, that's not going to be that big of a deal because there'll only be one car on the track at a time. But if it continues with calm weather on race day, it could be something once they get out into the desert starting tomorrow.
Absolutely, it will, And so right there you see on your program feed there, you got the helicopter out there flying as well. We've got a lot of drones, tons of cameras, as Kevin had mentioned early on. And look at that backdrop out there. I mean, this is what Baja's all about. And this is just the tip of the iceberg right here.
It's beautiful out there.
Yeah, it is absolutely beautiful out there. And I tell you, but it's pretty darn hot out there today. Not bad here in the studio, I'm not going to lie to you. And as you take a look of the whole shot out there, and you'll see the pit area itself. And so we have all of our chase crews out there that are there acting as not necessarily, not chase crews, I should say, or sweep crews. Yeah, thank you very much. Out there helping out with competitors and things, because in qualifying, it's only one lap, but we've had rollovers, we've had cars break. We've had people, sadly, just their Norra effort is over and done before the first green flag.
And hopefully that doesn't happen today for folks, but it could.
Absolutely.
Safety is a priority. That's why we have them all out there. We know this course. We've been out there before, so we know where the issues can be, where someone could biff it, and so hopefully it doesn't happen. But I'm going to go on a limb and say someone's going to put their car on the side today.
Yeah, there's some pretty gnarly off cameras out there. Some of those off cameras are pretty rutted up. When you get down to around turn 3 or 4, there's a pretty big off camber there. And keep in mind, there's also some couple pretty major elevation changes here, and an opportunity for some big hang time. And we can talk a little bit more about that in a little bit when we get out here to Miles. I'm not sure if Miles is ready to go for us, but we'd love an opportunity to speak with him and kind of get the feel for exactly what's happening there. As you see the helipads all dialed in. We're taking things more seriously in qualifying than we ever have. And that's in thanks in part to a lot of great partners that are involved here. Of course, Speed UTV and Speed Energy on board. Bilstein Stocks, I mean, they're back again. They've been with us for a long time. Let's talk about Myers-Minks for a minute.
Right.
Not qualifying out here, but what a fun show / adventure it is having them involved for the last couple of years.
Great group to have involved here with Norra, and those cars are, they're fan favorites. They're going through tech and contingency. Everyone's looking at those little cars. It reminds you of what's the old Speed Buggy cartoons or whatever. People think about that. So it's great out there. And of course, with a lot of our other partners, Raceline, Nomad, Mobile Wagon, Bilstein, Steal It. It's to have everyone on board is great, and that's what puts it all together out here. As we're zooming in on that chopper out there at Nelson. Again, we have so many cameras out there. We got the drones and we have still cameras, but the whole part of that course, every inch of that course is covered. So if something happens out there, we're going to be bringing it to you.
Absolutely, we are. So we're going to be checking in with Miles here as soon as we have an opportunity to do that and get the full effect, as it is now 10:40 p.m. Pacific time here, and we are getting ready to get underway with our first car out there in qualifying, and we're going to get more of that information here from Miles as far as starting right on time or not, but we should be getting going here in just a little while. I think we're about 20 minutes away from making that happen. Speaking of making things happen, I had a pretty awesome opportunity yesterday to ride around here in Ensenada, and Kevin, you and I have been doing this event for quite a long time together, and normally the day before contingency starts and things, we're kind of putting all of our paperwork together and things, but yesterday we had an opportunity to go out and speak to some great competitors from the past and things, and we're going to touch on that all weekend long. We got some really cool footage over the last day or two, and we're going to use that footage throughout the weekend to kind of give you a better feel of some of the competitors all the way back to the very early 80s and things. And keep in mind, not just the Norra 500 here with the good vibes and the good times, but the best, happiest race on earth as well, the 1000, the Mexican 1000. bringing the past into the future and ultimately forging the future, as my good friend Mike Perlman has said so many times, and remembering the people that made this event happen early on back in the late 60s and things. But we're also combining that with the newest of the new. So very exciting stuff, but we're going to get more into that as the weekend goes on. We have a lot of opportunity to do that, but what's most important now is what's happening out there in qualifying and with Miles. So with no further ado, Miles, what's going on out there at the ranch, brother?
Well, we think we're going to Miles.
Yeah, we thought we were going to Miles. There he is. I can see him. You guys can't.
Yeah.
So we're going to see here in just a moment what exactly is going on, but we have not got out to Miles. I can see him in our other camera there. So we're going to try one more time. This is the first time we've switched out to, it's about an hour ride from here, so he's out there pretty good. So if Miles, if you can hear me, just give me a thumbs up. There he is. I see him with a thumbs up. So Miles, tell us what's going on out at the ranch, my man.
Looks like we have a little technical difficulty connected with Miles, but it's super hot out at Nelson Ranch today, and we're letting all the fans that are out there, to bring water, sunblock, and hats because it's sunny, warm day today. Temperatures in the upper 90s, I believe, out there. So it's only 20 miles east of here, but the temperature, we're right on the water here in Ensenada, right at the the beautiful cruise ship port this is. But once you go inland, it heats up pretty quick, and I can see out there at Nelson, it's bright and sunny.
Yeah, it is. It was 85 degrees out there several hours ago. So it's definitely a different weather pattern here. And I've got to apologize for you folks. We actually tested all this just about an hour ago and everything was working really well. But of course, when it comes time to go live, that's when we run into some problems here. So we're doing our best to get that worked out right now. And we got a great team here at Norra TV behind the scenes that you don't get to see and meet. And they're working on that right now.
And that's how you know we're live.
And that's how you know we're live. And one of the funniest things, but not really one of the best things, is one of the key people behind the scenes right now, right on the other side of all of our monitors and stuff, is the man, the myth, the legend himself. That's Mike Perlman. And Mike is looking at me outrageously impressed right now with exactly how it's going. So he is over there helping him, getting him happen right now. So I can hear some wind going in the background right there. That tells me we must be live with Miles. Miles, let's try it again, brother. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great, Kevin, Sean, thanks for everything. We're working through a few kinks out here, but man, it is absolutely beautiful here at the Nelson Ranch. 2.5 miles. Max Gordon has the fastest lap out here of 2 minutes and 31 seconds. Is that going to be broken today? Only time will tell. I've been out here for a couple hours already, and it was very calm earlier. There wasn't a whole lot going on. They're getting everything set up.
But he's not on our camera.
Races are starting to pour in. It's the vibe is starting to get a little hyped up, and it's going to be a great day. When I showed up, the wind was just barely blowing, but it's getting a little bit better. And Kevin, like you were saying earlier, the wind is a racer's friend. It's not quite as important as it is today for qualifying as it will be for the rest of the week. But yeah, a little bit of wind out here is going to be helpful, and we got a lot of fast guys and gals out here that are going to be laying it all on the line, and we'll see who's going to be the fastest here for qualifying for the 2024 Norra 500, and it's going to be exciting. I was talking to a few guys out just in the pits here a little bit ago, and they're saying you can lose the race today, you can't win it. So I know we'll see if some of the fast guys and gals out here making it happen. And speaking about fast, here's Mr. Max Gordon. We were just talking about you. The fastest lap, 2 minutes and 31 seconds, and it sounds like you're going to try to beat that once again, aren't you, Max?
Yeah, I think we lost a little bit of time sending it last year, so back it down a little bit and keep a consistent pace, and hopefully we'll go for under 2:30.
Yeah, and talking about smooth and consistent, and let's talk about that jump a little bit last time. I was here on top of the RV watching it, and you sent it, and you kept under control, Barely, but you did. But I like to hear you're going to slow down just a little bit because, again, smooth is fast. And I was talking to Robbie last night a little bit, and it sounds like you got a little more horsepower to the ground, too.
Yeah, definitely. I think we got about 30 to 35 mile an hour, or 30 horsepower to the tire, and about 50 to the crank. So we have a little bit more power this year, but you can only use that power if you got it under control. So I think if we tame it down a little bit, get the car to the ground quicker, we should be good.
Absolutely. And again, this is just qualifying. Even though it's super important to start up front, you don't want to wad up and start in the back of the pack. I know the speed team has all their guys and gals here ready to work, but you don't want to get them too busy the night before the race.
No, for sure not. We're going to have a long night for sure tomorrow night, just how it goes, prepping the cars. I think we got 12 of them down here, so just getting all the customer cars ready. So just, fluids going through them. I know tomorrow's going to be an all-nighter. So hopefully tonight's an early night, get a good night of sleep, and get ready for tomorrow.
Absolutely. Well, Max, fastest one out here at Nelson Ranch. We'll see if you can keep that streak and maybe beat your own.
Hope so.
All right, well, Max Gordon, best of luck to you, buddy. Always good seeing you. And, man, we got some legends of the sport out here that'll be racing with us for the Norra 500. I'm having a blast. I know Sean and Kevin are at the Norra TV studio as well. Pam's been at Tech and Contingency all day long, and we're getting closer and closer to get this party started. We will do a parade lap, a driver's meeting, and then qualifying action should be kicking off here very, very soon. So we'll kind of get a little recap on what's going on. So Kevin, Sean, take it away, guys.
Thanks, Miles.
Miles, well done, sir. As we saw an opportunity there, talk to Max Gordon. Miles bring up a great point talking to some of the racers out there. And you got to think about it, you can't win the race out there in qualifying. But
right.
You can undoubtedly lose it today, and that's why I had mentioned earlier on, we've had some cars and some teams take themselves out in qualifying in the past. They didn't even get to the initial start of stage one in the past, but that's a better way of putting it. You cannot win it, but you could certainly lose it and have your hopes and dreams over and done with on a quick 2.5 minute lap here.
Right, and we've also had teams that have, biffed it, put their cars on the side of the road, but they got back and got it fixed overnight before the racing starts in earnest tomorrow. So
Absolutely.
They have time to fix it if they do.
It's the thing is,
but then there'll be a rear start also.
Right, which it's. You don't want to be in the rear, you know. But in a race like Norra with several stages, now granted the 500 is different than the Mexican 1000, two different beasts, right? In the way you have to attack them. But without a doubt, when you're doing stage racing, and starting in the back, it's not ideal, but you can, if luck is on your side, you can still come out and do okay in the long run. That's a little bit more for the Mexican 1000, for the happiest race on earth. But for this one, with our 500-mile race, it's a little more difficult to do so.
Right, and you folks that are joining us for the first time, what it is, it's the stages, but the cars are starting in intervals, so it's the time from when they start. So necessarily, if they start at the back, they're not really hurts them except for you're in someone's dust the whole way.
Non-stop.
The more dust. So so that's the key about qualifying. I'll get up front, have that clean air.
Yeah, when you're starting up front and say you're starting 5th, 6th, 7th, and you pass a few cars and everything, and then all of a sudden you get that open air and you're like, okay, here we go.
Right.
When you're starting in the back, you never experience that. It's oh man, passing on. Oh God, we're still in it, and it mentally just drains you that much more. In a race like this, when you're out there in the car, it's an awful lot to go through. But who's not going through an awful lot and having a wonderful time? Down in Tech and Contingency, and
Mrs.
that's Pam
Hall.
And Pam Hall is having a great time. Pam, we picked up with her earlier on today, and she got a lot of great footage and stuff. So what's going on with you, Pam?
Thanks, guys. I'm down here. It is a line of cars behind me that are going through Tech, but right now it's all about the UTVs and what they were doing down here this morning, getting all teched, getting their safety equipment teched. Headed out to you guys out there at qualifying. It's going to be an amazing day of qualifying, though, and what we want to do right now is we want to make sure that you guys are staying tuned into it because right now it's just going to be awesome. I wish I was out there live, but I get to have fun right here. The Fiesta is going to start here at 3 o'clock as well, but you guys, let's take it back to the studio.
All right, so thank you so much, Pam. As I know we've got a lot of great stuff going on from down in Tech and Contingency, where all of the competitors have to come through, no matter what class you're in, and it's a good time down there. It's a fun party, and the thing is, and I know I've mentioned this in the past, and I'm going to touch on this now because we're about to get very busy here in just a little bit with qualifying, as Miles was saying earlier, but One of the wonderful things about doing these races, and especially starting in Ensenada and things, for at least the contingency days, is that it's such a wonderful vibe here. You got the cruise ships coming in, the food is so great, the weather's so good, beautiful people are out here. You've got people like, even Mike Perlman walking around, just
the one
with
and
a
only
smile on his face,
Yeah.
and it's just an excellent time. And when you're sitting here and we're lucky enough to be able to do this job in that atmosphere, just surrounded by that stuff, and knowing that, few hours north of us, we've got Tony Perlman watching, and she's always cheering us on, and it's awful lot of fun. And we know you're watching. I know you are, Tony. I know you're out there doing that, and so we really just have a blast with it, and it's a very good vibe. And I say it's a lot of hard work being Pam down there in contingency, and she's down there alone right now. We've been there and done that for many years.
Yes.
But what a fun time it is. What a great vibe. As you can see right now, our program feed is back out into the qualifying area there.
Showing some of our drone coverage and some of our...
Yeah.
And the thing, guys, this morning, too, out there, you're seeing everybody out there at Tech now, all the UTVs and Class 10s are out there qualifying. But Tech opened early this morning at 8 o'clock, and all the UTVs Tech early this morning and went through to get through Tech inspection to get out at Nelson Ranch so they could be there for qualifying this afternoon.
Absolutely, they did.
And the crowds were building up this morning, so I imagine it's pretty crowded. And if you're in the area, come on down. It's beautiful here in Ensenada. We're going to be here till, I think, qualifying open till like 5 or 6 o'clock tonight.
It is, and even more than that, we're going to get into our schedules and things throughout the weekend here so you can follow. If Arizona area, Southern California, the Vegas area, come on down. You can come down and meet us here for the final finish here in Ensenada.
Yeah, and if you're inland and it's super hot, it's nice and cool here on the coast.
Absolutely. So you can come on down, join us for that. That's going to be on Sunday. Be here for the big final finish. It's going to be a big party here at the finish line. Everyone's going to be enjoying themselves, getting their rewards. You can see everyone coming over the finish line. So if you're looking for something to do, and you know what? If you've never been to Mexico and you got your passports and you got the kids and the family, come on down together. Be smart at what you're doing. You're going to have a wonderful time down here. It's a beautiful area and everyone is very kind. And come on down and join us. And it's free. You don't have to pay anything to come down and enjoy Norra. And so come on down and join us. You got several days to pack up and get down here for Sunday for our last and final finish. As there's some nice footage here from our drone high in the sky, going over some of the peaks and the valleys here of our area right now in qualifying. They're kind of doing a lap I believe in the backwards they're going backwards on the lap here with the drone. I'll show you, they're looking at long straightaway. They're going to be coming at you right there.
Yeah, and that's going to be a fast section right there.
Really fast section, Kevin. That's where they're really on the gas. And what it doesn't show yet, there's a couple big G outs right there. And so when you're out there, it's pretty wild. So right now here we are going the right direction with the drone as they're circling over the pit area. And that right there where the Norra finish line is, that jump gives it no justice.
Right,
That's
right.
some big, big hang time right there.
Yeah, now last year as we were watching this at qualifying too, and boy, some people really get some air. Max really sent it last year, so it'll be interesting to watch when he goes. But there's other people too that don't have that fear either, and they'll take those jumps full bore and see it. So it's really interesting, and our screens do a good job, our cameras do a good job out there. So even guys watching at home right now, you can see where they land and figure out, maybe who's got the longest air time and the furthest distance. So it's pretty interesting out there on these jumps.
You can see right now we get down to a tight section right here. That kind of goes down on your driver right. It's a ridge that just drops off about 30 feet. I'm sorry, driver left. Driver right is a cliff straight up and down. It's only about 15 feet wide right there. And now the drone's getting off a little bit here. I was going to show you the entire lap, but we're getting a little cattywampus here. But it's 2.5 miles. What this course is, and this qualifying course offers quite a bit of everything for everyone. We've got some major elevation changes.
That's the jump.
Yep. Yeah. And there's our big jump right there. We're going to show you a little bit more about how that works. That shot is not ideal, but we're going to get it to you. When we get into qualifying, this camera is going to show some great action. You're going to absolutely love it. Some big, big hang time right here. And
our drones will pick it up too.
And our drones will pick that up as well. But as you can see a little bit from that drone shot,
there we go.
We're going here. Let's see which way the drone's going to go, and maybe I can work with it here.
Looks like they're staged right now. Looks like they're getting ready to go out there.
They should be getting ready to go. I don't know if they've done the sight lap yet or not. I don't believe they have because they have two cars on track at the same time with the window nets up, which means right now I think they're getting ready to start their sight lap. This is where they're coming into pre-staging. They're going to come up to this area right here That's home base right there underneath that. They're going to start at this start-finish line.
At the famed Norra Arch there.
That's a big jump right there. It doesn't really show it. And I would love if we could just stay on course there.
You can see folks are still pulling in, and some other cars are, there's a qualifying schedule of who's going first and stuff. So some of the guys that are getting there towards the end, they probably know that their qualifying time is later on. So they're pulling in a little late out to Nelson Ranch. Like, it's about 20 miles east of us here.
Absolutely, it is. And you can see a lot of cars are just getting unloaded. Well, there's a bunch of speed cars right there.
Yeah, the speed trailer.
Yep. So that's coming in very well, maybe. And I don't want to put words in Robbie Gordon's mouth. That might be the ride and drive, just show up program right there.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, maybe very well. I have to talk more about them. Don't hold me to that, Robbie. But you can see them getting everything unloaded, getting ready to go. So right now on the dial, it's 12:57 p.m. here Pacific time, and we are broadcasting to you live from Ensenada, Mexico here in Baja, California. And they are, what do you say, about 20 miles away from us here
out at
Nelson Ranch and getting ready to qualify. So I have an idea, just so that everyone is aware, and I'm not being told this, I am speculating, but I'm pretty darn good at this. We're going to start qualifying a little bit late because I'm seeing some UTVs getting unloaded right now. And so I have a feeling that we might be starting just a couple of minutes late. As you see, couple of the teams there getting everything dialed in. But the course, I have to say, from being out there in the past and doing what we're doing right now live from the track and trying to do things a little bit differently here and give you a different perspective, the course looks really good.
It does. And like, we saw earlier, you guys were with us when we first came on. We went to the track out there. You saw that the people out at Rancho Nelson, or Nelson Ranch as we call it, they had the water trucks out there packing it down, and you can see it's the efforts for it. Look at that straightaway right there, Sean, at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's incredible. They're going to come around that little curve and really get on it.
Yeah, really get on the gas. I mean, it's really impressive here. And actually, the way that's set up, I believe, I could be wrong, I believe they're going to be coming at us. Coming out here, there's a couple of dips there. They're going to come at us. And when they come around that turn, I believe they're going to go down into a pretty gnarly elevation change down there, because I know when you're standing up on the motorhome, that's where we lose them. We lose them once in the beginning around turns 4 or 5. They dip down out of the way. We can't see. There's a big off camber with a lot of ruts and things, and we're not able to see that.
But that's just from the motorhome. But we'll have the whole track covered because we have the drones up above.
I think we're going to see the whole thing. And I know that one drone that was just flying for us seems like it could cover an entire lap if it chose to. So we're going to bring you a lot of great footage, and I feel quite confident once we get ready to drop the green flag out there here in just a little bit, that this is going to be the best qualifying footage we've ever been able to show you. And when I say we, I feel this is going to be the best qualifying footage that off-road racing has brought to you from Baja.
That's our goal. That's for sure.
That's our goal. And as all of you at home know, and you follow this stuff from not just Norra, but some of the other sanctioning bodies and things that do compete out here in Baja, we right now have the means, by what I'm looking at for the first time with my eyes in the last 10 minutes, to bring you some really, really quality footage here. And I'm looking forward to getting that underway as soon as we're getting ready to drop a green flag here in a little bit.
You know what, Sean, I think we should touch on too is the evolution of the UTVs, the way they've gone. And I'm talking with some of the drivers last night as they were around their trailers and their campsites and stuff here in town. And, the UTVs are hitting triple digits. They're going over 100 miles an hour on the straightaways. The years of calling them golf carts are long gone.
Yeah.
So,
it's a funny thing you say that. We're on the ride down here with our pit correspondent and tech contingency with Pam. She was racing back in the day with Renee Hudson, and they would take turns being a driver and co-driver together. So they go way back. They've got a lot of history, and those are two really fast women. I shouldn't say that. That was wrong. Those are two fast competitors.
All meant in a good way.
No.
Yes.
They're wonderful people.
Yes.
But it doesn't matter if they're women. They are fast competitors, and they have been there and won that. And Renee has continued to do that. But what I was getting at with Pam, it was racing golf carts ultimately back in the day.
Yeah.
And we were talking about that in a ride from San Diego on down here the other day, and to where it's gotten now through design of getting into, there was once a time where it was kind of dominant by the Polaris Razor. and things, and that's still a great car, but that's kind of, it's no longer that way. Then, you got the Can-Am car is a nice car, and then talk about, then you get Arctic Cat coming into it, and then Arctic Cat says, hey, we want to make this better, and they get involved with doing things with Robbie Gordon, and then they come in and spin it off in the Textron, and that gets better, and then that goes to the wayside, and then that turns into the speed car, and now you've got the new Can-Am, you've got the new Polaris Razor, you've got the new speed cars, and they are just battling back and forth for what's what. And from the golf carts that, I'm sorry, Pam, but the golf carts say that these are your terms, you said this a couple days ago, that you were racing, and that I originally did many, many years ago, to where they are right now is just night and day. I mean, these are mini trophy trucks.
Right. And the proof of that is our UTV champion last year is Max Gordon in a speed.
Yeah.
So with Polaris and Can-Ams out there too, and Max took it last year in his speed UTV.
And, it's just a matter of, there's a good handful of really quality manufacturers out there that put out a great product in the UTV world, and all of them are neck and neck in what's going on, and it's just really impressive. I can tell you that I don't know, in the off-road world, this name is not really big, but the name Brabham is a massive name in motorsports, and there's Sir Jack Brabham. He's 3-time Formula One champion,
right,
out of Australia, and then Sir Jack Brabham's grandson, Matthew Brabham, and I, with Robbie, had raced together a few years ago as well.
It's going to be a great time. I've got Robbie Gordon down here. We had a quick chat with Max
You got to
earlier,
let me know this shit.
And we were talking about his 2 minute and 31 seconds. Do you think you can beat that?
That was a good time last year. I'd like to think, or not last year, that was at the 1,00000. So
yeah, that was this year, you're right.
Yep, so that was this year, what's that, 8 months ago, 7 months ago. So should be interesting to see how much we've improved since then. A bunch of cars showed up. I think going to be probably 35 to 40 cars qualify. So it's going to be important for qualifying, especially running down the beach like it is. Pretty high speeds, so higher speeds a little harder to pass. So qualifying will definitely come into play.
And you were guessing 60 mile an hour average out there on the course?
I think if you look at the beach run, what it's been before, it's going to be right up there in the high 50s, low 60s for sure. And
speaking about the king of the beach, we were going to race some of the Arindara beach that has not been raced in a while. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah. So what I think you're talking about is the Arindara rocks, which are these
Correct.
Little rocks about.
Boulders, right?
Little boulders, and there's some hoop-de-doos down through them. So that should make some good video, as well as it's a little hard on the cars though. You got to be really careful about your axles and CVs, and the guys with radius rods got to be really careful not to knock the radius rods out of the cars.
Absolutely. Well, Robbie, best of luck. I can't wait to see how this shakes out. I'm going to kick you out and grab LSA real quick.
Right,
Thanks for everything, Robbie.
Go for it.
So LSA, you can't start quite yet. How's everything going?
Everything's going great. We're about to have a little drivers meeting before we start the qualifying, and then we're going to go to do the recon lap.
Yeah, the little parade wrap, that way everybody knows where they're going. But yeah, qualifying's getting ready kicked off, and your whole team has been working amazing for a long time to get everything going, and it's pretty exciting to get to this moment right now.
Yes, it's the moment of truth. We're going to see who's the fastest guy.
Absolutely. All right, well, I'll let you do your thing. Thanks, Eliseo. That's our race director for the Norra Mexican 500. So it sounds like we're going to kick off the drivers' meeting. So I'm going to send it back to the studio. Sean, Kevin, take it away.
All right, Miles, thank you so much. And yeah, there's a lot going on out there, especially, you've got two of the main characters out there right now. I'm sorry, I could hear Robbie talking in the background with Robbie Gordon and Eliseo Garcia out there. So as you said, they are getting ready to go, and you could hear in the background there, that was actually Eliseo doing the drivers meeting right now out there at Nelson Ranch. So they are getting ready to get underway with the qualifying lap, and there he is.
You see him out there on the megaphone.
That's the boss man when you got a megaphone and you carry a big stick, and that's literally what he's doing right now. As we are getting ready to get underway here with our qualifying session in just a little bit. So,
and he heard Robbie touch on about the course this year as well. And Miles brought it up to him. Some new sections that haven't been raced in a while. Of course, the Arindara Riverbed's been used, but on the way back on Sunday, when they're coming back north, they're going across that rock section right along the ocean there. And over the years, that's been trouble for some people. Those rocks are about the size of bowling balls at times, and they can really play havoc and go flying. So you folks will go out there to watch that on those rocks. Be careful. Don't get too close because they can just pay attention because they can come at you in a hurry and go out there. And it's also in previous events years ago when they ran that section too, the high tide can play havoc with that too. If the tide's coming up and the waves will splash up there, I don't know. I'm going to check that for you guys too. I'll check that overnight and see what the tide's going to be like when they come back on Sunday. But that'll be interesting to watch. So keep tuning in for both days of racing here at the Norra 500. As you're looking out there at Nelson Ranch, the cars are all lined up, getting their final quick drivers meeting from LSAO.
So you see the cars lined up, ready to rock and roll here.
See some of our drones up there in the air too, hovering overhead. So yeah, we're going to have nice coverage out there. It's going to get underway. Again, Mrs. Pam Hall is down there at Tech and Contingency, and she's pulling more interviews and talking to the folks down there. And the crowd, like, we saw the crowd building up as we came in. Our studio, we're about 10, 12 blocks into town from where Contingency is in our studios here in beautiful Ensenada. But it looks like the drivers meeting the quick drivers meeting wrapped up.
Yep. And
all the guys are heading to their vehicles there.
Now, keep in mind, we see a drivers meeting that quick. Safety is always of the utmost important here at Norra in the National Off-Road Racing Association. But keep in mind, we've had actually several months of different drivers meetings that were done online. I've been a part of several of them. So this has been an ongoing thing for quite a while, getting ready to go. What they discussed right now was just the P's and Q's excuse me, of the qualifying session. They're not getting the meat and potatoes of the race and things. That's going to happen later on today, or I should say this evening. And if you guys will have an opportunity to tune in with that as well, if you choose to, as you want to hop on and check out all the details of what's happening in the drivers meeting. That's going to be happening on later today. Excuse me. And that's going to be part of the welcome fiesta as well. That's going to be at 6 p.m. on to 7 p.m. And that's going to be right here in downtown Ensenada. And you are welcome to join us and listen in on all that as we are getting ready to go right now, excuse me, with our sight lap, if you will, here with qualifying 2.5 miles in this qualifying lap. And they're going to go out there and just take it easy, or they are told to anyways, take it easy out here in this qualifying lap, or this sight lap, and just get it down. Now, one of the big things that was discussed in between all the promoters with Robbie Gordon, Alzeo Garcia, Mike Perlman, these guys, the people that put this thing together for us, was, hey, let's leave the qualifying course the same. Let's not make changes. That was a discussion, like, hey, should we make changes? Should we make it longer? Should we do things differently? And it was a combination of, well, yeah, there's some pros and cons to that, but the best thing is, as we talked about earlier today, is that by leaving it the same, we're looking at shooting to beat a record.
Correct.
It's like going to Texas Motor Speedway or Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The track stays the same. Sure, there's changes with temperatures and all of this stuff, right, and things like that for that type of thing, but it's the same course. Yeah. And now, who over the years is going to, there's going to, I hate to say it, there's going to be some years where the course, just because of weather, just can't be in good shape, and we'll have slower times.
Yeah, like if there was rain yesterday or something. There wasn't,
now,
but if there was, right?
Absolutely. But this way, by doing it like this, we now are going to keep a record of all the qualifying times, especially the fast times, and qualifying on that course for UTVs for the last 3 events now.
Right.
And for many years to come, and we have that in the record books.
Right, and they got that fast mark to shoot for today.
Yeah, you can't say, hey, I was the fast qualifier in 2027, and it's now 2031, because if you change the track, because it's not worth talking about.
Right, and our first 2 cars we see there, that's Todd Romano and PJ Jones, and I think we got Miles out there. Miles, we're going to go back to you right now. Miles, what's going on out there at the track?
Yeah, thanks, Kevin and Sean. The vibe is getting going right here. Everybody's getting buckled up. We just got done with our drivers meeting. LSAO kind of just quick and easy laid it down. So it's 2.5 miles, and they're going to do a quick little parade lap. And we got a lot of fast guys and gals out there getting ready to take off. I believe we'll probably be about 35 or 40 to qualify. You do not have to qualify, but man, it's going to make a big difference on race day to see how it all shakes out. But yeah, everybody's getting all their last things dialed in. They're making sure their helmets on, getting all their safety gear tight, and it's going to be a great day of racing. I see Nick McAfee behind, Carlsbad Brewing, JP Jones, Todd Morano, we had the Gordons, Payne, and the Moxie crews out here. We saw Austin Fish Farner. He's been doing a lot more baseball than he's been doing racing the last few days, but he's starting to switch back over for us. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of good times. The weather is absolutely perfect out here. When I first got here this morning, I did go out for a little lap, and it's pretty chewed up. The ruts are deeper than I anticipated. A lot of these off-camber turns, there's some ruts in there, so I suspect to see a lot of bicycles and a few tumbles in some of those big corners. We'll see how it all shakes out, and we're getting ready to start this parade lap here in just a moment. LSAO's getting everything tuned in, and the Norra TV production crew is doing an amazing job. So thanks to each and every one of you for tuning in to the Norra 500 qualification. It's going to be a great show, so tune in. Lots of action
They gotta do a
come
side lap.
yet today. And
Well, they
then
got to have a flag to send them off.
They already did it, though. I don't know.
Well, they can't. They got cars sitting on line.
So you see out there at the track, Sean looking at that, and we can see it through our monitors here, and there's one of our cars just took off there, 77. Is rolling out there right now. And, we don't, like Sean was saying earlier, a practice lap, a sight lap, that's not at speed as we can see. That's going.
Exactly. To do a proper sight lap, you want to get a few things done. You want to see what it's going to be like, and there's going to be certain areas you're going to be able to get the power of the ground a little bit better than others. There's going to be some areas that there's no silt beds
look at
out
that
there
air.
and things, but there's going to be some places out there where you can get the power of the ground. It's going to be a little more hard packed. There's going to be places that are going to be very rutted. You're going to want to go in there. You get one sight lap. So when you go in there, see right now, I believe, is that the 77? Is that Max?
That's 77.
So do you see what he just did? He went into that turn. That's a pretty wide turn right there. He was way to the inside. At the last minute, he went all the way to driver left, completely across the track, because he thought that was going to be a faster line.
And he was up on two wheels.
Yeah, and as you see when he went into that, he was up on two wheels because he went from driver right to driver left with so much authority and then had to correct it to come around. The weight transfer of that car moved it over and got him up onto two. He's still going to be up on two and he's hitting it fast, but I would imagine now he's going to come down that hill. That's one of the big off cambers coming into that. And then the car's going to want to lean over, but he's going to go on the outside there. Now, I'm sorry for Max, if people at home are listening and they're going to call their buddy and be like, hey, this is what Max is doing. So maybe, I hope I'm wrong for you. I don't want to screw you up, buddy, but that's exactly what he just did.
But that's the purpose of the sight lap,
Yeah,
too.
you want to go out there to sight lap. You want to see where the ruts are. You want to say, hey, I'm right here right now, but that looks way better. I screwed up by being over here. I got to remember when we do our lap, we're going to come in to the inside in this one. We're going to exit over here. And you have to make all these mental notes. And you can't be going wide open because you're going to miss all that, And so, and keep in mind, Max's sight lap is going to be a little more aggressive than most everyone.
As we just saw there with him getting that air
Yeah.
just coming across, and he's not even a full bore yet because this is the sight lap.
There's a lot of things that Mad Max Gordon, he's his own man. He's a young man. He's his own man. But there's a lot of things that he has to admit that he has gotten from his father. One of them is outrageous talent in a race car, and the other one is the show never stops. It's not always a race. You're an entertainer out there, and that's the way. And racing, you're there to race. But as far as Robbie Gordon, Max Gordon, it doesn't matter if you're in Baja or if you're in a stadium super truck in Toronto or if you're at the Bird's Nest Olympic Stadium in Beijing or if you're in Dakar, you're always entertaining, and the people love that.
Right.
And so even in a sight lap for him, he's out there just having a good time, and he knows, hey, let's show people what I can do. Let's show people what the car can do. Let's put on a show.
Right, and that's perfect because that gives you guys at home right now watching. You just saw where he got air twice. So our cameras picked that up perfect. So when they're at full speed, that's probably going to be triple the distance he just got there. And,
absolutely.
He carried that a number of feet. So, now that we talked about earlier and Miles touched on about the no wind, you can see the dust kicking up right now. And it's just kind of hanging in the track. So, but like I said, for qualifying, there's only be one at a time out there. But on the sight lap, there's multiple cars out there. So there is dust right now.
Yeah. Let that settle a little bit. But you see the cars right there in your program feed. They're up there. There's cars still going out on the track. Some cars about to pull off. At a fast lap, the fastest lap, where 2:31, I believe, is what the time is.
Looks like Max has finished his lap already.
2:31. So we're not far off of time-wise with this sight lap being done. Probably roughly about halfway through or so. And then we're going to get all the cars lined up with hopes of getting the order that the cars are going to qualify to us here. Otherwise, we are going to do our best to, we're going to tell you who each and every car is. Just going to be a matter of how difficult or how simple it is for Kevin and I to do that.
Yeah, our camera should be able to pick up the numbers, and from there we'll be able to tell you who's behind the wheel and even who some of their teams are, and maybe even their sponsors, a little bit of their background as well, if we get the chance.
Yeah, we actually are packed full with information this year here for the 2024 Norra 500. So we have an awful lot of stuff to give you. It's just a matter of getting the right order when we get ready to go. But as you can see, right now, we're covering several cars out there in this sight lap, so we're showing you those 3 different shots there.
Well, that's a great shot there.
Keep in mind, once we get going here, that's the kind of thing where I wish we were actually in the actual race right now.
Day, yeah, just like
wow,
that.
That's wonderful right
Which
there.
we'll have come tomorrow.
Yeah.
It'll be like that.
But we're bringing you more cameras and more crew and more time, money, and effort than we have in the past. And I can tell you for today, for qualifying, as it's getting better and better, the team here in the studio with Hector and Seabass are doing a wonderful job getting some things changed around for us, making our life a little bit easier. And I know they're doing the same out there for Miles and Pete. And they're bringing a bunch of footage here with these drones and upwards of 10 cameras out here in qualifying. So by the time we get to the green flag of qualifying, I think we're going to have the bugs worked out. And the TV Norra crew here is going to give you a heck of a show, because they are working very diligently to get everything dialed in right now.
And you guys at home, we really do appreciate you watching our show, and we want you to be interactive with us. Go ahead and send some messages to us there on socials, and if we see some good questions or whatever, we'll try to answer them on air for you, and we do appreciate that. So we want you to know that it's very important that you guys are watching, and thanks again.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, as the morning goes on, we're just going to continue getting better and better here, and that's what not just us, but everybody with the Speed UTV and Bill Steen and Raceline Wheels and Nomad and everybody. They might be busy after qualifying. It's on FabTech.
Yeah,
be a little
tonight
busy
they'll be fixing some of these.
But all of us together here, with Meyer Minks and the whole crew, we strive to give you the best product possible, and we're about to do that here, and I'm really excited. It's been a kind of a mental battle the last hour, just getting these bugs worked out here. But we're about to give you some really, really good qualifying footage, and I'm excited about it, folks.
And a quick shout out here right away on the social medias. Thanks for responding so quick. And we'd like to welcome all the airmen and airwomen out there at Hill Air Force Base out in Utah for watching us qualifying today. Thanks, guys. We really appreciate it. And thanks for your service.
Yeah, that's so cool. Hill Air Force Base.
Hill Air Force Base, yeah, they're watching us now.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And as I said it a second time, so I'm looking at the boss man over there, Mike Perlman. He's got an eagle eye on me right now. And but I know we're getting a thumbs up, and we all think that's very cool. So thank you so much. We thank you for your service, and thank you for watching. So as you see, our sight lap is coming down to the end here. And what a beautiful day it is out there. Beautiful. I know it's hot, but it's a beautiful day. And they are just coming down to the end, and we're going to get ready to go qualifying here. For those of you just tuning in, it is live footage here for the 2024 Norra 500. And that footage is coming to you from about 20 miles outside of Ensenada, California, Baja, Mexico here. Myself and Kevin Johnson, we are in the studio right here in downtown Ensenada, Mexico. And via satellite, we're giving you all of this footage here live. And like I said, just tune in right now. This is a sight lap. This is not being timed. This is all the cars just out there on a 2.5 mile lap, just learning the course. And go out there one at a time and get their qualifying times, and that'll set their initial start time for tomorrow as we get into actual racing. And speaking about tomorrow, tell us a little about, Kevin, about how this we're doing it different as far as where we're starting and where we're finishing. Instead of starting in Ensenada, coming back to Ensenada, or going here to San Felipe, we're doing it different tomorrow.
Correct. And tomorrow, everybody get up here in Ensenada, and what they'll do, they'll head out 3 stages tomorrow. Our first stage will be in Santo Tomas. That's where the race, with the official timing section, will go from there. Santo Tomas, they'll go up through Santo Tomas in those hills, and then join the coast. And then do that coast to run through Punta Cabra and Arendara and head south. And stage 1 tomorrow is Santo Tomas to Llano, Colorado. And that's a 74 mile section, the first section on stage 1. Stage 2 after that will be Rancho La Jolla all the way down to Camalú. And that's a 60-some mile section. And then to finish it up on stage 3 tomorrow, the end one is Vicente Guerrero all the way to San Quintin down at the Old Mill. And that's another 60-mile segment.
Yeah,
so
another good run.
Right. So they got those 3 segments tomorrow, and you have some transit stages to get the next one. A lot of people use that time, maybe make some adjustments on their cars, as you know. And so it's going to be pretty exciting. It's warm. It's warm out in the inland, but most of this course is pretty close to the Pacific Ocean, not too far inland. So the heat shouldn't be a factor, of course. But it doesn't take long to get inland, From the other day, I was coming off the highway, it was 114, and got to the coast, it was 68 degrees. So that's a big temperature drop in just 20 kilometers. So
certainly is.
You don't have to go too far in to feel the heat.
And folks, listening in and to Kevin here, what's really cool about this, it's the stage racing. It's not like, it's just, hey, we green flag here, wide open.
Balls out, yeah.
It is what it is, and which I really like. And so this is a different form of racing. It's rally racing, just like with Dakar and different things like that. And the navigation, granted, there's not the navigation for the qualifying, no, but when you're out there, you got to have your navigator, and you don't pre-run.
Nope, and there's no arrows.
There's no arrows. There's none of that signage.
Of course, isn't marked.
It's figure it out and do your homework. You're going to get your stuff, before you get in the car. Do your homework on where you got to go. Make your marks on your sheets, and you have your Stella in there as well to help. But all in all, it's a true rally, and it's so cool. That's
the importance of the co-driver. Your navigator.
Yeah.
Keep you on course. A lot of times, somebody having a great run, and they make a wrong turn, and boom! All of a sudden, before they realize it, three cars go by them.
Yep.
So all that effort they put in to get up front, and one bad navigational error, and it could spell the difference.
And you can in a race like this and make a mistake, and there's no tire tracks or anything.
Right.
And if you're in the back of the pack, you kind of to a certain extent, it will help you out. Like, well, okay, everyone's been going through here. If you're running up front, you might see some tracks and things, but were they from today? Were they from yesterday?
Right.
Are they from the race?
Could be some local rancher going to his thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can make a mistake and be passed by several people and not even realize it happened until all of a sudden you get back on track, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, what? Where's all this dust from?
And then the people that are behind you, if you're not paying attention and your navigator's not on it too, you follow the guy making the wrong turn. It's like that's where the navigator comes in handy.
Yeah.
Reminds me of a quick story. I'll go a couple years back in the Norra Mexican 1000. One of our motorcycle guys, Steve Henchfeld.
Sure.
He was running up front, and the guy was close to him every day. And he told me the night before on state day 4 or whatever, he goes, "I'll get him tomorrow." So he purposely went off course and led the guy the wrong way, and then went back and goes. So this guy, because he wasn't navigating, he was just following Steve's track. So Steve's like, okay, boom, made a wrong turn on purpose, and then jumped back in, and the guy behind him took the wrong turn because he wasn't navigating.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty cool way to do that. Play a. It's strategy.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
But I got to say, unless you've been racing as long as Steve Henchfeld,
that
might not be the hot setup to go with.
No. That's upper echelon. Right.
That's an old trick where, I've been racing my whole life, but I don't have the experience racing down here in off-road the half these guys do, right?
Right.
And so I'm not a veteran by any means. For me, I would say, let's not go try to use that old trick. But for someone like Steve Henchfeld,
sure.
Yeah, man, that makes sense. And I actually think it's hilarious.
Yeah,
that's a smart move right there. That's really good stuff. But really cool stuff. I'm all about the racing and the mind games and doing different things like that.
Yeah, it's all part of it.
Yeah. I remember years ago they made in motocross the old Answer Roost Boost to add spark. They were junk. All they did was throw the time and everything off. But I took 2 Answer Roost Boosts and I put them on the brakes, and I had them going in. I went to a TT National in Asheville, Ohio, and everybody was like, "What is that? What is that?" Like 10 years after the Roost Boost went away, and I said, "It's something different I'm doing. I can run it in a little bit deeper. It had better braking," and it blew everybody's mind. It didn't do a damn thing, but man, I had everybody all shaken up.
See,
man, all weekend.
Those are the head games.
Yeah, absolutely. So there we are, getting ready to to finish up here. We're about to start qualifying. I think that might be our last car on course for this sight lap. I see some dust in the back. There might be one.
Yeah,
or
there
two
could be a
more,
few out there.
but we're right down to the nitty-gritty.
We're getting close.
Here.
And guys, I don't want to be remiss here, and I know that a lot of you guys are going through some tough times right now that are watching us. I know with the hurricanes that have come through Florida and North Carolina, let you know our thoughts and prayers are with you guys out there. We know it's a tough time, and we're glad that we can give you a little break and all your stress by watching our live coverage here of the Norra 500. We appreciate you guys, and we're thinking about you.
Absolutely, and Pam is one of those people.
Yeah, Mrs. Pam Hall.
Yeah, Miss Pam Hall. She's gone through that, and it's been very difficult for her. But all that being said, she, her and her family, they're safe. They're doing okay. They have a lot of friends and family, that are struggling and things. But all in all, yeah, our hearts go out to you, and what a sad situation. But we're here.
We're here.
And we are racing.
Right now, yeah, we can provide that relief for you and that release for you as well out there. A lot of smiles here, though. Everyone's happy. It's what Norra is, and it's a family affair. Like we touched on a little bit. There's so many returning people from the previous races out here. So those guys that have the experience because they've done it before, they know how to do the navigation. And the first timers, as you mentioned, the two girls, it's their first race ever. We'll see how they do with navigation. But as you said, they're doing it smart, though. They're starting in the back, and they got to get their feet wet.
Right. Absolutely, they do.
Again, but those are the little stories that Sean and I'll try to give you. Something for you guys to watch here over the next few days as this Norra 500 unfolds.
All right, so now we're down to, I believe we are down to the final cars here. Just finishing up that lap. I was just seeing if I could get a number of who that is out there, so that we can get going with our qualifying session right now. It is 1:28. I think we should be getting started here very soon. And I'm looking on course there. So here's one of the off-camera sections going down there.
But there's no room for air. You can see that.
G's out. You got a cliff to the left, cliff to the right. One's just a wall. One of them you're going to fall off of right there. And then kind of right there is a little bit of G out. And then you go up, it's like, I think there might have been a motocross section back in the day. And then this jump right here, so back pedals quite a bit right there for this competitor.
And on the qualifying run, that'll be air. This run, no.
Yeah, you would think so. And there's a pretty big G out there as well. Then they go up, this is a hard, like almost like 180-degree cambered turn, almost like a big berm. Car a little bit off the side. Now last year, there was some massive rain ruts right here, right down the center of the track. So some of the faster competitors were straddling that. And there still may be, it's hard to tell from our point of view.
And you can see on this drone shot too, well, not on this particular one, just a minute ago, you can see where some of our sweep and rescue crews are sitting there off to the side.
Yeah.
So if something happens, they're staged throughout this qualifying course. If something happens, they can get there in a hurry.
Kevin, I know neither one of us can see very well, but I'd love to just get a number on this car and see who that is. I know they're out there in one of the newer Mavericks, I believe. But just for
1974?
Is it 1974?
Yeah. Let's check that out.
Correct.
I'll let you know who that is here in just a second.
As they are, let's take a look here.
That is Charles Chase.
Charles Chase.
Yeah.
Out there, Charles Chase. Now look at how dry it is right there. We've been seeing dust everywhere. We saw that section they go down. That's the biggest, gnarliest elevation change right there. They drop down to that big hole and back up again. It must be, I wouldn't call it a silt bed, but it must be kind of maybe silty or something down there. It's hard to tell from 20 miles away what exactly is going on there.
But in your living room, you can see it,
Yeah, but it seems like it got very dusty right there in that section. So now we see we've got one of our cameras high in the sky. Now
there we go. There's our sweep teams.
And so we think
we're getting ready with our first.
This might be our first car getting ready to go.
And right now we're looking at our sweep and rescue teams right there. There's sweep one right there. So they're ready. They all, and what the sweeps, they're all four-wheel drive vehicles. They're equipped with, there we go. I just saw, yep, there's a green flag. That's our first car going.
All right, so we're going to see if we can get
Try
a
to
number
catch this
for you
number
here and catch who it is. And now the time's not going to start until, I believe that right there.
Right there, under that arch.
That's when the
rolling
time starts.
start.
And
I missed it.
My old eyes.
I just looked down too and looked up and just
Yep.
missed it. Oh, we got a running time on the screen. That's new. I like that. I like that.
That's
that running
huge.
time on the screen. Nice. Good job, guys. As our studio's doing a great job today. Fantastic. Well, you can see what a difference from the
Yeah.
sight lap to now. Here's
Yeah.
that turn. We were talking about that.
Yeah, see, this caused some big
Oh, you
problems.
bounced through
last
that.
year.
Just bounced right through that.
Yeah, we had some cars, had some rollovers there, some issues. It comes down to there's some like big braking bumps and there's some really big rain ruts right there, and it's an off-camber turn. I believe that might be another Maverick car. I can't tell. I just really want to get a number out so I can tell you exactly who we're talking about. Right now, we're 47 seconds into this run. Now, for the first car out, so far, I'm saying it looks like a pretty good, fairly aggressive run, but we don't have anything to compare it to just yet.
And here we go. What we're talking about. We're not missing one single bit of this track. It's covered all the way across for you.
They're so far, and these guys flying the drones and with their cameras are going to
They're
get
pros.
better each lap. And these guys know what they're doing. The TV Norra crew, our Norra TV crew, whether they're in the studio or out in the field, they work very, very hard to get stuff taken care of.
Oh, something happened on that car.
We got a car that
Yep.
is broke. This might be
Something biffed on
a
it.
DNF.
I don't. Is it an axle? Oh, they're pulling off. Yeah, they are. That qualifying lap is done.
Bad luck for the first car to qualify.
Or to not qualify, as the
Or
case
to
may
not
be.
Qualify, yeah.
Again, we're talking about it. That's what you said, Sean, about that. It's really rough, and there's lots of little ruts and stuff. And you hit one of those wrong, or I mean, we're just speculating. We don't know what happened to that car, but it's
Yeah, with
obviously
any-
not good.
With any luck, we'll get that drone and get close enough to the car. Maybe we'll get a number on it. We can tell you exactly who's who there.
They're moving them further off course. Oh, here we go.
All right, get your eyes up there, Kevin.
Oh, they're sending him back. So,
Yeah.
so they'll wait till he gets back before they send the next car. Oh, looks like they're almost back at speed now. Oh, it's PJ Jones.
There's a PJ Jones.
Wow, that's one of the big. That's one of the big boys.
980. Well, that makes sense because it seemed like a pretty fast run right
Yeah, he
off
was
the
booking
bat.
it pretty good. Now the sad part about that, well, he's back on, so he's not going to have a. It looks like they're going to finish. So whatever happened there, they got it going again. But the bad part of that is some people are going to qualify because of that delay for him. Then they're going to start the race tomorrow. Then they know PJ Jones is behind him.
Well,
so yeah, someone's behind it coming up.
That's a pretty solid point.
Yeah.
It's funny right there because I was watching, as we're all watching, I'm like, man, it's hard to judge because we haven't seen anybody yet, but this seems like a really good run.
Yeah.
And then you find out it's PJ, and then whatever happened to the car, looks like maybe they got it straightened out, maybe they didn't exactly, but you're right. Now, there's going to be there's going to be quite a few cars that are not going to qualify as fast as he does right now, even with that brake.
Right.
But there's going to be a lot of cars that are going to be a lot
That have
faster
them.
than him, and then all of a sudden, like you said, not only do you have PJ Jones behind you, and listen, you guys are out there with a helmet on the race car. You don't have to listen to me, but if PJ started behind you and you're not used to that type of pressure, don't even think about it. Put it out of your head because he's going to do what he's going to do.
Yeah, he's going to pass you eventually.
Yeah, he's going to do what PJ Jones does,
Yeah.
whether you like it or not. So just be calm. Now, is he pulling off and not completing the lap?
That's hard to tell.
He's back in the pits.
And we know PJ. We know he's not happy.
No, he's
Right.
really PO'd right now.
Right. So there's the famed Norra Arch sitting there
Yeah.
in the
so
foreground.
the PJ's performance entry not performing the way he had hoped.
They might have a couple of cars, and I'm not sure. Sometimes they bring multiple vehicles.
Yeah, I'm
but-
sure they've got several cars out there,
Yeah.
but we do have the 980 as PJ Jones, grandson of Parnelli Jones, and what a family of racers. And the
Little
thing is,
famous name there in
with-
racing
with-
history.
With Norra, when you're talking about the Joneses and the Perlmans and the Gordons,
Firestones
and
and-
Firestones and all this stuff, all these people and all these families that have just been, just using Baja and off-road for so many years to have so much family fun and everything together, and in the long run, next thing you know, they find themselves making such an outrageous name for themselves
Right.
in motorsports. It's really a beautiful
Here we
thing.
go. They're going to start here. Our next car,
All right, we got to get a number here, Kevin.
471. Not quite.
Not quite. We'll see if maybe we can get.
Looks like it was in the 7, so maybe ready for.
We've got one of
we
our
got a
show
little-
directors,
think we
Seabass
just-
and Hector, are
think
going to
we're
see if we
having
can get
a-
a camera crew zoom in.
Might have just had a little earthquake here. Did you feel that?
Did you?
Yeah, maybe. Might have had a little earthquake here in Ensenada. It wasn't big, but it certainly shook the building behind us a little bit.
Well,
That's interesting.
Kevin, we got him.
Way off into the
that
berm.
same turn again. Big problems. Now, like I said, that turn, you're coming downhill. It turns into an off camber. It's got braking bumps and it's rutted up. And then you got that nasty berm on the outside.
Oh, look at that shot. Because when the dust disappears, you know he's in the air.
Absolutely.
Oh, that was a good jump.
Now we know we're going to have our...
Oh, dang it. It's so quick. It's so quick when it goes by. 7 something.
We know that Hector and Sebastian, our guys here, are going to talk to the camera crew, see if we can zoom in somewhere. There we go. We got 7:47. And see if early on in the lap, if we can zoom in and find out who's who.
Yeah, Nick Murphy.
Nick Murphy.
It's a Polaris Pro R.
And the 747.
Jared Johnson and Brandon Hedge is doing the co-driving and navigation duties for him.
Nick
there you go, right there, 747.
Yeah, Nick McFay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So with 1:28 seconds into his qualifying run, right now this is going to ultimately be the run to beat if he finishes.
Yeah, he should be lead time.
He's going to be lead time. So
at least he has that going from him. But well, I was
nice.
in first for a while. Yeah. Which is nice.
It's a pretty big hang time right down there for Nick McFay.
It's like he's moving pretty good.
He is. He seems like he's putting down a pretty aggressive run right here. And this is in that back stretch here with a couple of those kickers, a very fast section through here.
And remember, the fastest time that we have recorded for these qualifyings on this same course is 2 minutes and 32 seconds.
31 seconds.
31, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's their mark to beat.
Now this is where they're going to drop down in here. Pretty massive elevation change right here.
Yeah, drop the little canyon basically.
It's so earlier on, I was talking about the massive dust. It's not silty down there. I think the car earlier on. Look at this time. We're coming to the finish.
222, 223.
Wow.
Pretty good run.
Wow, this is a really good run. Coming to the finish line right now.
233.
233.
Wow.
For Nick McFay. That is 2 seconds.
That looks pretty fast.
Slower than the fastest time set out here in qualifying by Max Gordon, and it's the second car on course with Nick McFay.
And we're not positive how official these times are. Nothing's official, but that looked pretty good. That looked pretty good.
And I'm not. I'm joking, and I'm not joking. I'm being dead serious, but trying to have fun with it here. Keep in mind, especially when we're talking about times and things, if it comes out of my mouth or Kevin's mouth, with a grain of salt, because the official times are going to be done through timing and scoring in Alizeo. So we're going off of what you're seeing on your screen, which is given to us, and that's what we're going off of. But just because we say it's a 233 doesn't mean it's not a 232 or a 234. So just bear with us on that. All right, next up, this is one of the speed cars. I believe that's an El Jefe. Another one of the Robbie Gordon speed cars here. Or maybe a Diablo. I believe that is Christopher Garmin, I think it is, in a 2024 Speed El Diablo.
El Diablo. I like that name.
Yeah, I do too. El Diablo. Is it a Bandit? Okay.
Speed Bandit?
Yeah. All right. My paperwork's saying El Diablo. That's a lot more fun to say. Okay.
Stupid paperwork. Not really getting it into that one.
No, was having a little bit of struggle there.
But again, some of these guys just want to get out and get qualifying to get in there and get their start. Others are pushing for the top.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we're looking at different classes of cars out here. You've got your NAs, your naturally aspirated. You got your turbos. You've got your newer cars. You've got your older cars. You've got your experienced drivers, your non-experienced drivers. So we have all of the UTVs, unless you choose not to and you want to start in the back of the pack, all the UTVs have to qualify, no matter what class you're in or your level of driver.
And I believe there's also 3 Class 10s that are qualifying with our UTVs here today.
There absolutely are. So that being said, let's find out a little bit more of what's going on out there in qualifying. Miles, pretty exciting stuff, sir.
Yeah, this car is working. Yeah, it's working. We just gotta get the tire pressures right. What? Go.
Well, we had Miles there for just a quick second, talking to one of the drivers there.
I think that was McVay.
Yeah, we're going to try to get that a lot. When they get, we're going to throw to Miles when we can, when they pull over there, and Miles will grab a little bit of word with them on how their qualifying run went. I'd like to hope he gets a hold of PJ Jones to see what happened to their car.
Yeah,
That'd be an interesting thing, too.
It may have to do with where the positioning is of where they're of where they are actually doing an interview. We had it working well this morning. We worked well just a little while ago. So they're going to fix that on their end out there 20 miles from us. Nothing that Kevin and I can do to help them right now. But I do know that was McVay. That was the second car on course and fast qualifier for the day. But unofficially, only 2 seconds off the record time of 2 minutes and 31 seconds set by Mad Max. Unofficially. I say official?
No.
Okay, yeah, unofficially. And so a really good run there.
That's
car.
great.
And we did hear from McVay say something about the tires, and we just need to make a couple of adjustments, and we really got a good car. So quite obvious there. Gary Payne, we believe this is, in a Baja Bandit, which is a speed car. So Gary Payne with almost 3 minutes right now. Fair amount of course left to go as he's down on that last straightaway. Probably going to be upwards around a 310-ish.
Picked up the speed in the second half here.
Certainly did.
A little slow in the first, but now he's getting on it. Probably to get the feel for the car or whatever,
Yeah. Well, just like Miles had said earlier on, when talking with one of the competitors, you can't win the race there, but you can lose it.
100%.
And so, a 319, and maybe for someone that maybe has a newer car that they're not used to, or maybe they've never raced ever in their life.
The experience level could be.
I don't have that right now in front of me, but for that, as far as, and we said that was Gary Payne, correct?
Correct.
So for Gary Payne, there's nothing wrong with that qualifying time because he's going to the show.
Right. He's in it.
Yeah, he's in it, man.
He's in it.
Absolutely.
Right now, he's second fastest. So, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, great day for Gary.
Yeah.
All right.
So we got the drone's following somebody around there. I don't know who that is. But we should have our next car going to the course here in a minute.
And I'm just curious here. I'm going to do a little homework on the last car that was out there before we get ready to hop on.
Here's our
the
next one is
one.
out now. Let me see if I'll try to snag a number here as it goes across. Whoa. They high kicked it there, a little like a bucking Bronco sort of kick there, flip kick. Back wheels high in the air.
So just talking about that, Gary Payne was out there who just finished with a respectable qualifying time. Gary's not a racer; he's a professional photographer, but with a specialty of performance and photography these days for clients like San Diego Symphony and Opera, a lot of different things like that. He's never raced before. He spent 5 years in Mexico and in Argentina as a photographer, but this is his first thing. So he says racing Norra is one of the biggest things he's ever done in life. He's never raced before, and he just went out there with a little over a 3-minute time. So I tell you what, sir, well done.
Yeah, very accomplished photographer apparently, and now he's out there racing. That's awesome.
Camera down when you're trying to qualify. You probably knocked a couple seconds off your qualifying time, buddy.
Yeah.
But yeah, great job, dude. Well done.
Haven't caught the number on this competitor yet, but we'll see.
So as he's coming around, we're going to take a look here. We're kind of, Kevin Johnson and I, we're going to do our best to switch back and forth here and try to get a number. And once one of us gets a number, we're going to look up and get some information on
another
them.
big.
That was a little wild.
Yeah, and we should be able to grab it here.
What do we got, Kevin?
29.78.
29.78. Yeah. Look at this one up. 29.78. So 29.78 put in a fairly aggressive run. About almost halfway down the backstretch with a 138.
Not here.
What did you say? 29.70.
29.78. 29.78.
29.78. And
I don't have them listed on my sheet.
well, we did say there was. Well, I was told there was 2 that we did have on here.
Well, while we're looking for this, we're going to throw it back to track. I think we got it all worked out. Miles, take it away.
Well, thanks, guys. It sounds like we have a Nick McPhee down here, 2:34. That's only 3 seconds after the track record right now. You got to feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, Nick's got to feel pretty good about it. I'm John Holmes. Yeah, he's just waiting to get in the car for to do his part, and this car's working good. I think we give him a good car to run. Just got to stay out of trouble, and not.
All right, so we are back. 2 minutes, 37 seconds to the finish line here.
29.78.
The car 29.78, we have to apologize. We were told that, or I was told just before we got into studio here this morning, there was 2 cars that we did not have on our list yet, and that would be updated to us. So I apologize to you greatly, but we have not been given the information as far as who that is there.
But we do know it's 29.78.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And you're in the family and friends at home watching. He did good. That's a good qualifying run there. Thank you. Our assistant Jane taking care of us here. Good job. Getting us some cold, refreshing waters.
Look at that.
Beautiful scene out there.
Yeah, that's really cool out there. All right, Seabass, our Sebastian's saying, and
there we go.
Letting us know who's coming up. Fishgistics.
Oh, Austin Fish Farmer. Farner.
All right. Coming at the start-finish line area. Very aggressive. Will send. Let's see how he gets on. The make or take, make or break on a lot of these guys is how they get into this, get in, through, and out of this downhill off camera here coming up in just a. This is where it gets tricky. Look at those rain ruts.
Now tomorrow, geez, those are thick right there.
They are, but you know, he went in a little, his exit speed was a little rough, but not really a mistake. He was just well under control right there. I think the way he handled that, in my opinion, was smart. It wasn't overly aggressive by any means.
Right.
But he's the first car to go through that section and show that he constantly. But you can't have an opportunity to drive a little over your head to be a fast qualifier if you don't get past the 3rd turn.
Right, those ruts were stuff. You don't want to break your car either.
Yeah, no, I think that was smart.
Fish is a veteran. He's been with us before, and the beautiful part with having Fish is he's got a fantastic setup with his onboard cameras. We're not going to have him today at qualifying, no need to, but tomorrow out on the race course, we'll be going to him with his live feed. We have multiple vehicles actually for tomorrow and race day, tomorrow and Sunday, with live in-car cameras.
So, District's car here seems to be working quite well. 139 so far, just touched off of 140. Down the back stretch. I'm estimating he's going to be up there about maybe, I don't know, maybe a 220-ish or so, give or take.
Well, working with Fish is Austin Eddy and Phil Casey as well, so he's got a pretty good team out there. And Sean, I think right now we got Miles with somebody else. Miles, take it away out there.
We were able to catch up with Carlos before qualifying. Yeah, went out there, ran a great run, 2 minute and 47 second for your rookie debut with Norra. That's got to be pretty exciting.
Yeah, well, it was a good run. We had no issues, and it was pretty fast, so we're happy.
Yeah, you get the Can-Am in here. It still looks like it's in great shape. This thing's ready to eat up the desert. I love the long wheelbase. I think you got a great thing going, and welcome to Norra.
Thank you very much. We're going to have some fun tomorrow.
Absolutely. Well, I'll let you get back, check out the car, but good job, and I think you got a top 15 start, so you got to be pretty excited. We'll see how it shakes out.
Okay, thank you very much. God bless. Have a great day.
Awesome. Give it up for the 2978 Carlos. He'll be ripping up the desert tomorrow, so we'll send it back to the studio. Thanks, guys.
Right on, Miles. Thank you so much. Well done, sir.
Carl? Mr. Carl?
Now we are moving right along in qualifying here. A good handful of cars over and done with. 2 minutes, 49 seconds set for that last competitor out there.
Good run.
Yeah, not a bad run at all. Not a bad run at all. As we're continuing on, we have a lot of cars to go. And without a doubt, a lot of fast competitors yet to come up. Some stars of the show. We still got our Renee Hudsons. We've got our Gordons. We've got the list goes on of really fast competitors still to come here. We got the Mankeys as well. PJ Jones, he's already over and done with and not getting what he wanted to have done there. Thomas Purcell, he's a fast one we got to be looking for. We've got a lot of vehicles yet to come along.
And right now we're looking at Tommaso Magori right there, car number 760. That's a Polaris The Polaris Pro R and David Barleg and Gage Berta doing the navigation and co-driving duties along with Tommaso. See what kind of run he gets, huh?
In the 760 out there, that they are out of Carlsbad, California.
Look at people from all over the place in this
From
race.
all over the place.
Great.
Carlsbad, California, Carlsbad Brewery, North County Yamaha, CC Motorsports, all helping them out here. And founder and brewer at Carlsbad Brewery.
Nice.
Just off Palmer Airport Road in Carlsbad. And, you know, his best moment of life is winning. So, attaboy.
It's the proper attitude.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it worked for Charlie Sheen in between winning and Tiger's Blood. It seemed to work out pretty good. So, right now, out there setting a great time out of Carlsbad, California, having a good time with it. We are 1 minute, 10 seconds into his qualifying run right now, and he's putting his best foot to it. As you see him now through that section, a lot of little G outs here. Now, right here, this is kind of
A little jump here.
a little jump, but it kind of turns a little bit as you go up in one area, and then it kind of turns a little bit down the other way, and then they come up into this uphill 180-degree turn, and then back down, and then they begin that long back straightaway.
Yeah, beautiful job by our drone guys and camera guys out there on the course. Those are crisp and clear shots.
Yeah, absolutely. So now, right here, you'll see this is a long section here.
Ooh.
And some of the cars, you got to have your car set up properly if you're going to flat foot it through all these things here. Otherwise, there's going to be an issue.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
We've seen PJ had an issue with his car, but we don't know what that is. Hopefully, Miles will get in touch with him.
Yeah, some type of mechanical, which is odd. As you see now, we're getting down. That car really dancing. It doesn't show you justice, the speed that these guys are carrying through there.
Yeah.
Now they're going to get down into this major elevation change. They're going to drop down here in just a moment. See them disappear.
A lot of wheel movement there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I took that
Fairly
pretty
straight.
nice.
Yeah, he did do a good
Yeah.
job right through there. 2 minutes, 38 seconds on the clock. And now, point it straight, hold her wide,
Heading to the
heading to the
finish
finish
arch.
line. And so we are right to the finish, just under. Oh, I thought he was going to beat the 255 mark, so 255.37 for that competitor out of Carlsbad, California, and Carlsbad Brewery. As we still got quite a few competitors left here, I believe we're over 40 or so.
Wow. I
Yeah.
knew the number was big. I didn't have the exacts on
Yeah,
that.
I could be wrong, but I believe that's where we're sitting as of yesterday. So,
Well, we have 40 qualifying today, or just 40 enters. I don't know.
you know, no, I believe
because we
it
know the
was-
girls aren't.
Yeah, you're right.
So
I
be a
believe-
couple that aren't
I think
qualifying.
there was 2 that were not qualifying.
Yeah.
But then I was told that there was 2 that we didn't have on our list. I
Right,
think
which one
already
we
found
saw?
one of
Yeah,
them.
Mr. Carl there, number
Yeah.
2978,
There's the
576.
speed car right there. So the 576 looking good, going full send right there. And by the
Christopher Garmin.
that's all the information we have on him.
Oh, that was good air.
I would say, let's see how he does here in this turn. Make or break, but right now.
Oh, you can really see the ruts
run.
there.
You can see the ruts. Garner gets in there.
kinda
He
bounced
runs
over
it
him.
in deep and hard. I
Wow.
thought he was going to get hung up. Decent exit speed.
Yeah, he floated it.
He's got that speed UTV working really, really well as he's driving out of Phoenix, Arizona in the Pro UTV class. Really impressive right there, right from the get-go. Look at the color of that car. I
pretty
think
sharp.
I think that thing's really trick. Looks really trick.
Whoa, that
Yeah,
was
so-
smooth too.
Just visually, it is not a bad wheelman at all. He's got some talent behind the wheel, and it's working for him pretty well. He's running it in pretty deep in most of these. As Garner's going around midway through this run, we're going to catch up at the end of it. But meanwhile, Miles, you've got some great action going out there in qualifying, man. Envy you, buddy. Tell me what's happening.
Look at that air.
Looking good.
Oh, man. The air in the face, the dust, the Mexico, the tacos, all of it. Love it.
Yeah, the experience down here is like nothing else with Norra. Like you just said, you said it all. It's not just about racing. It's about the people. It's about the tacos. It's about the experience.
It's a beautiful thing down here. Love what you guys do.
Absolutely. Yeah, you bumped into us when we were eating last night and having a few margaritas and whatnot, and you guys kept on partying, it looked like.
There have been some things to not talk about.
Oh, it was a great time. But again, back to your run. It's a solid
red.
run.
Okay?
You're going to be mid-pack tomorrow, and you should be a great start.
Nice. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it was a 2:55, so you got to be it's a little off pace, but you got to be excited. You don't have to work on the car.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, perfect. All right, all smiles around with Carlsbad Brewing. Tommaso, great job, buddy.
Cheers.
All right, we'll see them take off in the morning. Sean, Kevin, back to you guys.
Thanks, Miles. Great job there catching up with Tommaso on his good run. Right now we're looking at Christopher Garmin finishing up his run.
All right, so
2:43, 2:44.
Coming around right now, getting ready for
Well,
250,
5 seconds faster.
Not a bad run at all, but I thought it was going to be faster. To be honest with you, he just, sometimes aggressive, and I'm not knocking him at all, but sometimes aggressive just looks fast.
He floated that rutted turn that's been giving some people some issues already. He floated that pretty good. So.
I ultimately was quite impressed with his run. I thought he did a real good job there. He obviously might be able to tell us, hey, well, I made a mistake here or there. I could have done better there that we weren't able to pick up on from our angles. But all in all, I think that was a great run.
Well, we've seen 255 and 250 in our last two. Let's see if maybe the 250, maybe I wonder if that's like the medium mark or. We'll see. It might be towards the front. I don't know yet. Time will tell.
Yeah, but I thought that was a pretty impressive run right there. As we're moving along, another one's off the line again. But we're definitely not going to get an opportunity to see the number before they go over the line with a shot like that.
But we'll catch it here in a minute. We get to play along with you guys at home. We can play our game and try to catch the number.
As you see him right now, those of you just joining in, you see him just backpedaling right there. We are only about maybe not even a quarter away, maybe a quarter into qualifying here for the 2024 Norra 500. Myself, Sean Sermy, alongside of me, Kevin Johnson, and we are broadcasting to you live from Ensenada, Baja California, Mexico, here from the studio right in downtown Ensenada. The qualifying itself, that's coming to us via satellite about 20 miles away out in the desert at Nelson Ranch. And we are giving this to you all live as soon as you see it. That's the first time we see it as well. And it's all within just a couple of seconds. But who's out there in full effect and live? Our buddy Miles. Miles, you got your hands full out there. A lot of great action. Tell me what's going on, brother.
I'm here with Chris for his first race ever, so making his rookie debut with Norra. That's got to be pretty exciting, Christopher.
It was amazing. A lot of fun.
Yeah, and these speed UTVs, I've had the opportunity to ride in one. Actually, I drove it once. Man, they're incredible. The way they handle, the power way it's there, these cars are incredible.
Very smooth, awesome off the jumps. Car did great.
Yeah, talking about, everything that's going on with these speed cars. The car looks like it's in great shape. They're really coming hot and heavy here at Norra, and to be your first race got to be pretty exciting.
Wait up time for it. It's worth the wait, I promise you. So whoever's listening, you got a speed car coming, wait for it. They're amazing. You love it.
And talk about forging the future. That's what we're doing right here, right now with Christopher here at the Norra 500 during qualifying.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Yep.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow morning starting the race. It's going to be exciting.
Very exciting. Thank you.
Perfect. Christopher, congrats. Rookie debut for the Norra 500. Got to be super stoked about that. So far, so good. Lots of fun. The vibe is high, and we are forging the future right here. Guys, Sean, Kevin, back to you guys.
Thanks, Miles. Great job. You could hear the excitement in his voice when he talked to him there as we're looking on screen here at Jeremy Frazee finishing up his lap. And yeah, it's great. A rookie driver out there getting excited. Just the excitement of just qualifying today. Not a bad time. 250 or 255, whichever one his was.
No, that's not bad at all. Like you said, a rookie driver, I would not have ever guessed that.
Right.
That was a heck of a time out there. And as we got rookie drivers out there forging the future, as Miles says. We got some great drivers coming up that have been preserving the past, like Robbie going for a long time, and that's exactly what Norra's all about. But kudos to that driver, because that was a great run.
See, but Jeremy Fraser here is over the 3-minute mark. We'll see what he finishes up with here.
Just under a 3:15, I think, here is what we're probably going to be looking at.
Nailed it.
Yeah, nailed it.
Half second under.
3:14 and change for him as we're moving right along here for qualifying. And as those of you that have not been on board with us here for the last hour or so, this is the 2024 Norra 500 qualifying from Nelson Ranch. We are just outside of Ensenada, Mexico. And right now, there is our leaderboard with our current points. Right now, Eric Chase up on top of the leaderboard with a 2-minute 33 second, 0.06, very fast, 2 seconds off our world record here for the Norra qualifying for UTVs. Natalie Crow with a 2:48, great job, Natalie. She is in P2, and P3 is a Polaris Pro. That's Austin Farner with a 2:49.64. So looking very good. That's your top 3 so far.
And those will probably change. You know, it's early on.
They very well could.
Yeah. And those are just what we have right now. They're not necessarily official, but just gives us a guideline of what we're shooting at.
Right. Absolutely. Now we're getting ready to get down into the area that I think has been making or breaking a lot of runs right here. See him break it a little early, went to the outside, but then you see that rear end hop on him. Stayed to the window, went to the outside, but ended up taking a middle line there, and it worked pretty well. It was a different camera angle from us from what we saw before for the last few cars, but from our standpoint, or vantage point, I should say, I think that worked quite well.
Yeah, it looks pretty smooth. It's another one of those speed cars out there. As we finish up on this lap, I think Miles is standing by with another one of our qualifiers. Miles, take it away.
Yeah. Wi-Fi password.
Catch a number. Looks like we have a little audio issues there with Miles. We'll get that fixed up. Let's look at car number 108 right here, Desert King.
Right now the 108 Desert King entry. That's going to be Gilberto Rodriguez out of San Diego in the Pro Turbo, Desert King Motorsports. Lifelong off-road racing fan. And Norra, I'm sorry, the best life moment is not racing here. It's the birth of his daughters. So we're second.
Congrats to that.
Yeah, he actually says in here, fine print, let me take my, it says, but a close second, Sean. So that's pretty cool. So we got that going for us. So we are a close second to the best moment of his life, other than the birth of his daughter. So we'll take it sold. So right now out there in that, it says it is a Pro Turbo and running decently at 2:24. This might be a decent, it's not going to be a record time.
And a two-wheeled it there.
I think we're going to be upwards of 2:45-ish.
We'll see this pulling in here on the curve and
a little higher than that, but not a bad run. Off by 2 seconds, but yeah, good run. So that is Gilberto Rodriguez out of San Diego. As Ron Burgundy would say, San Diego. Founded by the Germans in 1923. I believe is what Ron Burgundy said.
Don't quote us on that.
Yeah, don't quote us on that. Yeah. He's also not big into the Yaz flute either. But moving right along.
Yeah, we get our next car coming out here, and just a quick shout out. Yesterday I was hanging out with everyone getting ready, and Casey Perlman was working hard yesterday as well, making sure everything runs smooth out there. Yesterday at getting people lined up, and the people behind the scenes get so busy with this race, as Sean, and
they do.
Yeah, 569 maybe.
I think it was a 569 here.
So yeah, great to all the crew back there. And remember, Tech and Contingency is taking place right now, so everyone's back there getting all those cars checked in and making sure everybody got their paperwork and everything signed and their trackers being installed. So all that is, we're looking at number 569 here, Sean.
We sure are. And I tell you what, Kevin, we were promised that there was 2 drivers that were not. Oh, and he gets over the berm, 50-50 grind up on the berm, 2 wheels on the outside, 2 on the inside. That definitely slowed him down right there. And as I said, we were promised there's 2 competitors that were not going to qualify, and there was 2 competitors that were. And 569 there. Oh, you got him for Drew P.
Yeah, Drew P. Peffery. Drew Peffery. Yeah.
I don't want to do that to your last name. I'm going to stick with Drew P on that one. But it's just a matter of heading on down into that turn a little bit too fast, not having a good plan, not braking soon enough. But tell you what, we've got a great plan. That plan is going to our buddies Miles there. Miles got a great
And it looks like we lost Miles again out there, but we're back. We're still watching our track here. 1 minute and 44 seconds into this run.
All right, so
I believe this is Drew Peffery.
Drew P.
Yep.
Goes down into this big G out right there. Whoa. 2 minutes in flat right now.
Car is clean. Look at those shiny wheels on
car,
there,
that's a great looking car. It really is.
Oh, that's a great camera angle. Look at that, just eating up the road.
I have not driven one of these newer Can-Ams, but maybe who could tell us a little bit about someone who has is Miles. We're going to try it again. Miles, back to you, my man.
All right, well, thanks, Kevin. Down here with Gilberto Rodriguez in this Can-Am, that new Mav-R. I love the look of this car, and it looked like it had a very smooth run.
Thank you. Yeah, it was good. I mean, I had to kind of control my adrenaline. It was all the way up to it.
That's hard to do sometimes, isn't it? The butterflies get going, but yeah, you got a 247, so that's a pretty solid run. I'm going to guess that's a top 10 to top 15 run.
Okay, great, perfect. That was kind of like what I was looking for. I wasn't really expecting to win or anything here, but just trying to get the cobwebs out and
you dusted those guys out.
Yes, for sure.
And like you just said, you can't win today. Today's just bragging rights on where you start. You could lose today, but you can't win today, so you have a solid start.
Yeah, solid start was it's always a good thing, you know. The starting tomorrow's start is always better up a little bit front, so I'm happy about that. If that's the case, I'm hoping.
Absolutely. Well, great run, Gilberto. We'll see how it all shakes out, but good job, and we'll see you tomorrow. Gilberto Rodriguez.
All right, that is Drew P. right there with a great run. Not bad at all. Getting in there just a 244, I think it was. So very respectable qualifying run. Now going in around sector 1 here in this qualifying lap. And screen locked up a minute.
We'll probably switch cameras and catch him here as he comes down the next strip. There we go.
Keep in mind, we are bringing you several drones, I think 3 drones and about upwards to 7 to 10 cameras out there, about 20 miles away from us here, so it's a feed that we're getting through space, brought to you down here, but I tell you, it's working pretty good. The footage we're giving you is quite clean. Some of the best qualifying footage, if not the best, that we've had. Now, is that, I'm trying to see, is that Renee Hudson? It is Renee Hudson, isn't it? I thought so in between I believe it's hers, might be the Save the Tatas on the side, and the outrageous speed of that car kind of made me think that might be a past champion right there, and it is Renee Hudson. As we talked before, a partner in racing with our co-host Pam as well in the past, and Renee has brought home an awful lot of hardware and trophies from Baja down here.
She has. She very rarely goes home without making a trip to the podium on her way out. So,
yeah, absolutely. Sometimes even if she hasn't been on the podium, I want to invite her up anyways just because she's a great interviewer. As we are now 1 minute, 27 seconds, and look at her corner around that big camber turn up on that berm. That was a commercial shot right there. so good, so exciting, but the excitement doesn't end, especially when we go down to Miles.
So how many guys are in front of me, do you know?
Just a couple.
Okay.
Miles is ready when you are.
Miles, well, Sean's ready when you are, buddy.
All right, well, thanks, Sean and Kevin. Man, what a great day we've got so far. Driver record is Drew, but actually qualifying is Nick, and what a great run. Again, another Maverick R out here putting it down, and I think you're second or third on the row as of now. We'll see how that shakes out.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of cars behind us, but man, this car is awesome. It's Drew's car. He just built this. It's brand new, PJ's Performance, and we have no idea. We have like, I have a sum total like 5 minutes in this car. I had no idea I was going to fly that jump. I just went for it. And we were both like screaming our heads off. You could probably hear us. You thought maybe it was two little girls screaming. No, it wasn't. It was us.
It was you guys. I love it. And that's what I love about all of this is you're out here, you're qualifying, but you're having fun, and that's what Norra's all about.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this race is the best race anyway, and this was just another added bonus. I mean, I've never qualified off-road before. I've done a lot of road racing stuff. So has Drew. And but, yeah, this is a blast, you know. So, you know, I think, you know, hats off to Robbie and and everyone at Norra. This is the what do they say, the happiest race on earth?
And you're 100% correct. The happiest race on earth.
Sure, Disney's a little worried about trademark infringement, but whatever. Like, screw those guys. It is the happiest race on earth, so.
100%. Well, Drew, Nick, man, what a great time out there. I'm excited to see how it shakes out for day number one. You'll have a little bit of dust in front of you, and we'll find out how that shakes out.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. And thanks. If you could just take a picture of all these guys so I don't have to try and remember all the sponsors. But I know Method Wheels and Method Tires and Tensor. No, Method Wheels and Tensor Tires.
You had it.
Yeah, they were. I mean, these things were awesome. So anyway, guys, I appreciate it. It's also cool that you're here. So we'll see you hopefully tomorrow afternoon, late.
Sounds like a plan. All right, Nick, Drew, best of luck. And, man, qualifying is going down, and they are flying through here. So we'll keep everything rolling best we can. Send it back to the studio. Kevin, Sean?
All right, Miles, well done out there, brother. A lot of great action, but I got some action we need to talk about. How about the run of 2 minutes 37 seconds for Renee Hudson? Not bad at all. Only just a few seconds off our world record time set by Max Gordon last year for the 500 as well. So she right now is sitting very comfortably up near the very front of the pack. Once we get our top five up there, I believe this puts her, I think, second fastest, I believe, time so far today. So no big surprise for Renee Hudson and her team. Very impressive run there.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I was going to say surprised, but not really.
No, I'm not surprised at all, actually. When she came out of that last turn up the hill, I thought she was actually going to be about a second and a half quicker than that. Man, that was a great run. And right now, very unofficially, because it's me talking, I believe she's sitting in P2.
Nice. And right now we're looking at Mark Wakeling. He's on his lap right now, just over a minute into it. We'll see what he does there in that Speed UTV.
And so we're out there, another Speed car. A couple different models of the Speed vehicles out here, just as we've got a few different models of Razors and our Polaris vehicles and Can-Ams as well. But look at nice send right there. Look at the way that thing sucks up the landings there. I mean, what a great car. As I was saying earlier, we ended up going down to Miles. I had an opportunity to race one of these cars a couple of years ago, so it's not even close to what these are. There's some massive improvement with Matthew Brabham. And Brabham being one of the main stars in Stadium Super Trucks and a lot of open wheel racing and raced some Indy 500s and things like that. And he and I were out there and just blown away of how well these cars work in the rough stuff.
Yeah,
really impressive.
And Mark's doing a great job there. And, of course, co-driving, navigating as Martha Castellanos. So Mark and Martha having a nice run out there right now. It's just over 2 minutes and heading near to the finish area. So maybe, I'm going to say like around now 250 or so.
Sure.
And we'll see who's Miles with right now. Maybe he's with Renee. We'll see. Miles, who you got out there?
Miles is ready whenever you are.
Well, I'll tell you what, Miles, Sean, and Kevin are ready to go when you are, buddy. It's back down to you.
Man, it just keeps getting more exciting and more exciting. Unofficial P2 for Renee and Richie. Richard, you drove. Renee's over there riding shotgun, and I see all smiles from both of you.
Yeah, we work really good as a team. She's great in the ride seat. She's a great driver. Usually I throw the car around qualifying for and everything so we can get her up front to start tomorrow. And car ran great. I thank Lord Jesus Christ. Everything was awesome.
Yeah, and the car looks good, Richie. A great job on qualifying. Renee, are you hopping behind the wheel tomorrow?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun.
So starting up towards the front, what's your strategy going right out the gate? Because you're going to have to get up and get going, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, we definitely are. My strategy is just keep it clean, keep ahead of everybody, and just hold them off. That's the plan.
I love it. It seems like an easy plan until you put the helmet down, the green flag goes, and then all that goes out the window, doesn't it?
100%. But you know what? That's when I get more focused. As soon as that green flag drops, I just kind of hone in and just can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
I get that 100%. I mean, we've been prepping for this live show. You get all the nervous, and then it goes live. There's no time to mess up. It's time to go.
Absolutely, 100%. You know, and having my husband with me and then our other co-driver, Tyler, you know, it's just a good team. We're just solid. We all work well together, and we keep each other calm for the most part.
I love for the most part. And you can't talk about relationship building 101 in a race car. Sometimes it's hard going canoeing with your significant other, but in a race car, it seems like you guys and gals are doing great.
That's right. If she can back a boat down a ramp like she's done our whole lives and everything, we can race cars together. We got a good relationship. It's awesome.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to see how this shakes out. Richie and Renee, we'll see how it shakes out, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Congrats, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Guys, thank you very much, man. Love our Norra family.
100%. And the smiles right there between husband and wife, that's what Norra's all about. Family, and they're enjoying it as a family. I absolutely love it. So lots of good times out here. The happiest race on earth. We're qualifying right now back to the studio.
Exactly right, Miles. Great job out there. And as we look at another one of our speed cars out here on the track, quick shout out to a lot of you folks that are we asked you to interact with us here on social media. And Scott Reddish, thanks for the kind words. And our good friend Rat Solt is out there watching us today. Hey, Rat.
Yeah, Rat.
Thanks for watching us. He says great work.
Rat-a-tat-tat.
Yeah. So and Tony. Mike Perlman, she says, Sean Kevin, great job on the commentary, and she says, yikes at those ruts.
Yeah, so I guess so. You're right.
The camera certainly is giving us on that camera angle out there, and as we got this other speed vehicle coming through here now, speaking of those ruts.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got a speed car working very well through there right now. It is the number 3556. So the 3556 is going to be... You're going to beat me to it, I believe, Kevin, here.
Taz Harvey.
Mm-hmm.
The 2023 Speed Bandit.
Yeah, the Harvey Auto Group. 5-time winner of the coveted Crying Monkey Award. I'm not sure what that is, but I like it.
Yeah,
it's coveted.
It's coveted.
And it's a 5-time winner of the Crying Monkey Award. I'm going to do a little research on that and find out exactly what that is. But he's won it 5 times. And, tell you what, we didn't know this about Taz Harvey. He's out of Danville, but best life moment was discovering America.
Oh, great job, Taz.
Yeah, pretty impressive. This guy's actually a lot older than you think, but boy, he can drive a car still.
Yeah.
So pretty impressive stuff, and you never know, by the time this weekend's over, he might have his 6th Crying Monkey Award. So impressive. I don't know what that is. We have to look that up.
Yeah, that's something. That's one of our goals now, to figure it out before the end of this Norra 500 on Sunday.
You keep talking, Kevin. We'll do it right now.
We'll find that out. So 250 right there, 252, 253. We'll see what he comes through here on the ramp. Under the famed Norra Arch at 257, just under 3 minutes. So a lot of the cars are up there in that 250 era and area. Nice. See, it looks like the breeze has picked up a little bit. Now you see some of that dust is floating off, and some of the first runs it was kind of just hanging. But now we see it moving out there. Again, Nelson Ranch, it was just used recently on the score race that came through about a month ago, and that's probably why we're seeing some of those ruts, because that track was recently used out there. And for those guys to float through those the way they are, it's just a great job. As we're looking at our next car here, getting ready at the line. There goes the green flag. I think that's Ellis Hale's brother out there waving the flag.
Yes, it is. Great guy.
Let's see if we catch a number here. 1914?
Is that what you got?
I think.
He went full send, I can tell you that. Really getting after it.
No, but maybe 1974.
Okay.
No, I think that already ran. There's Charlie Chase. We already ran him, though. So I don't know. I'm not sure who that was. We'll try to get another look at that number as it comes through. LEG. Maybe. we're all working on it. We're efforting. We're sourcing. Well, we'll see what we come up with here.
So as you're looking into that, I can tell you that the recipient of the Crying Monkey Award is actually an award given out at the Beijing Film Festival.
Wow.
And so our competitor there that we just had out there, let me get his name back up, obviously is involved in, he's either pulling my chain because I don't trust him on the Discovery America portion of it. You know, I could be wrong there. But he's either pulling her chain or not, but he's involved in the Harvey Auto Group, but yet is a 5-time winner of the coveted Crying Monkey Award, so maybe he does some film or maybe he is pulling my chain.
Well, that Class 10 car there looks like they got some really good air coming over that. Yeah, 1014, Eli Yee, Bruce Yee. Yep. A lot of experience, though. The Yee family's been around racing for a long time, and it was a really, really nice jump there, a nice smooth. And as we finish watching up Eli Yee taking this cap, we're going to go back to Miles right now, who's standing by with one of our. Oh, that almost went off the course there. Miles, take it away. We're back with you.
Brakes.
Thanks, Taz. Yeah, what a great time. I got the Speed Wrench here interviewing Taz Harvey in the Speed UTV. And what a great combo and what a great run you had out there.
No, good times. Me and Mike, you know, we really don't know what we're doing. You know, he's a motorcycle racer and I'm an old washed up one too. So this is all new to us, but we had a lot of fun. We want to thank Speed. They're helping us out. They service my UTV, and I wouldn't know what to do on it if I didn't have those guys around. They're awesome.
I get that, and I love it. With age comes the cage, but you're still out here having fun, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, and you're going to have fun for the next 2 days. So I was just really careful I didn't crash in this qualifying thing. That would be a really dumb move.
Yeah, I mean, we've said it time and time again, you can't win it today, but you can lose it today. And get this speed car up here, and it's still looking great, and you're ready for a great start tomorrow morning.
Great. We're looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, Taz, great job, and this Speed UTV is ready to rock and roll. Taz, Harvey, and Mike are out there ready to party. And talking about partying, we still have a party yet to go to tonight. So after qualifying, we're going to head back to Ensenada, have a great little chat with all the racers. We're going to have some tacos, some cervezas, and then a driver's meeting. And then tomorrow morning, we're going to kick it off the big race. It's going to be a good time. So it looks like waiting on another driver. We'll send it back. Kevin and Sean, take it away, guys.
Thanks, Miles. Great job once again. And Bruce Yee, as we watched there as Miles was doing that interview, had a fantastic run there, 233. So great job on Bruce Yee there in that Class 10 car. 235? Yeah, nice run. 235 for Bruce Yee. Back to social media here. Luke's asking a question. Sean, he says, how does Norra compare to the Score Series? Well, there's a difference. Norra is rally racing. Yep. Norra doesn't have pre-running. Norra doesn't have marked courses, and it says stage racing. Whereas the Score Series, they pre-run and it's point-to-point, where Norra stops in certain stages and goes in multiple days of racing as well. So it's a big difference. The challenging is different in both events, but they're both great events. But that's what makes Norra so special, the way Norra does it. So thanks for asking those questions, Luke. We appreciate it. Anyone else out there that want to interact with us, go ahead and hit the socials, and we'll try to answer them live right here on air. Sean, as we got this other car here at 36 seconds in.
Yes, we do. We're now going 40 seconds in, going through this very tough off-camber turn. Oh, a little slow right there. This is a slower run, but I think this might be an older car as well. I could be wrong. I haven't got a good up-close shot at it, but we're about to. I believe we are here. We're almost a minute into this run.
Yeah, it looks like they slowed down, huh?
They've been a little off the pace, but, you know, once again, different classes, different level of drivers, different level of experience out here. So
all the above.
Yeah, for as far as I know, they might be just setting down a lightning pace right now for what they're out here to do. Was it a 1,200 and something number on there?
I don't know. It's hard to see.
It certainly was. In the meantime, while this car is finishing up its qualifying lap, we're going to go back down to the very, very busy Miles. back down at Nelson Ranch. Miles, who you got right now?
All right, well, there's a lot of background noise out here during qualifying, but I think you sent it down to me. We have Bruce Yee, our first class 10 out here running, and I believe you're P2 right now. You got to feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, we know the course pretty well for tomorrow. We just raced the 400, so it's basically the same course to Arenira, so we're confident. Just pushing the dust a little bit, but 2 days of racing, and yeah, let's have some fun.
And if you can win overall in your class, you get that Lozano Performance Honda race engine. That'd be pretty cool to take home with you, wouldn't it?
We're actually racing the major performance Honda, so we'll see. We'll have to compare.
Absolutely, but yeah, to be for them to throw that towards you guys for an overall, I mean, there's $20,000 on the line and a race engine. I mean, is that going to throw into your strategy a little bit? Does that play a little mind games with you, or you just go out there and race, see what happens?
It's a little bit of mind games. I mean, last year we almost had it we lost by 18 seconds. Had a pretty crappy second day, the first day, sorry. But if we keep clean, we'll be up there for sure.
Yeah, and I love how they throw you guys in with the Pro 2000s out there, because it's a lot bigger car, but they're pretty competitive out there, and I love the battle between the Class 10s and the big UTVs.
Yeah, the four-wheel drive for them is a big advantage, and we're still throwing gears and they're just pedal to the metal, but it's still fun. It's competitive. Even the score races, the UTV Open, they're pretty competitive with the Class 10s too, so we'll see how it is.
Yeah, I love how you brought that in. The all-wheel drive is a big advantage, but you have some more suspension, so it's a give and take.
Yeah, especially tomorrow with all the fast, rally roads, will be fun. We'll see.
All right, we'll see it all shakes out, but first Class 10 on the road, and I believe second overall for now. We'll see if that sticks. But Bruce Yee, great job. We'll see how you do in the morning.
Thank you so much. See ya.
All right, well, all smiles there. So much fun, and yeah, it's going to be exciting to see if he can take home that $9,500 Lorenzo Honda Performance engine. Man, I love what Norra's bringing to the table. So amazing. Back to the studio.
Up there, brother, as we got some great footage. Look at that. We got the helicopter high in the sky there as well. Very cool stuff. And I think momentarily we're going to go and check out our top 5 here in just a little bit and see if we can get our unofficial top 5 current points positions. And there we are up on top. We've got the number 1 driver, 2:33 of a time, Eric Chase. Very good run. We talked about that earlier. Then we get into Bruce Yee. He just finished up about 2 cars ago.
Class 10.
With a Class 10 and a 2:35.70. Richie Hudson, it says Renee. Renee was riding shotgun. Richie was driving. Well done, Richie. Good job, my brother. With a 3rd spot position right now with a 2:37.87. Drew P. bringing it on home. First time out there in the car with a 2-minute 42-second 90.94. Not bad at all. And then another Can-Am competitor rounding out your top 5. That is Gilberto Rodriguez. We know he's out of San Diego with a 2-minute 47-second .39, and that is in the P5 position. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there, the top fastest. Look at that line go from center track to the outside of the track. And speaking of track, that thing tracked around excellent. Had very good exit speed coming out of that off-camber turn. Really quality stuff right there. We are 40 seconds into the qualifying run for this competitor.
Yeah, Sean, great job recapping those top 5 and some pretty good numbers right there. It's pretty competitive up right on the top there. But the top 3 drivers are separated by less than 4. Oh, we got a wheel flying off of the car there.
I just heard the co-driver say to the driver, listen, it seemed a little bit heavy going to this section. Let's lose some weight.
Yeah,
got rid of the spare tire.
On the back. There it is. Yeah. Yep. It's got a mind of its own. It's, I don't feel like qualifying. I'm going to roll over here and kick it under the tree for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know why you wouldn't take it off the qualifier.
Yeah.
Yeah, just maybe doing it a minute sooner would have been helpful.
yeah.
But all in all, it is what it is, and it makes for some good entertainment. It's not going to hurt anything.
Maybe they got an Apple AirTag on it and go find it afterwards.
They'll get that tire and wheel back. And meanwhile, we've got Miles back at Nelson Ranch. Miles, hey, if you got any free time, there's a tire and wheel brand spanking new out there in the infield for free.
Miles is ready when you are.
All right, Miles, we're ready. Hit it, buddy.
All right. right, thanks, guys. Yeah, Tricia, Raina's down here. You ran in a class 1 with Butch Jensen during the Norra 1000. Is that a little different here in your Textron?
You know what? I kind of try and channel that experience and like getting feelings from the car when and where to go with it. But obviously it takes a different type of head set when you're responsible for the wheel too. So this has been a really fun car, and it handles pretty great.
That's awesome. And yeah, you got your buddy over there riding shotgun. Who's that?
This is Tracy.
Hi,
Team
Tracy
Money.
Beard.
Team Money. It's her
Tracy Beard.
Her first right seat position.
Well, hey, no better place than do it than here at the Norra 500. And so far, so good. You guys have a clean run. The car's looking great, and you got a great team behind you.
Yes, I'd like to thank Butch Jensen, absolutely, and Jensen Raina Racing. This car is prepped by Ants Customs out of Las Vegas, along with Butch Jensen, and it's just ready to roll. We're ready to race this weekend.
Awesome. Well, we have 2 days of racing yet to come, so Tricia, best of luck. We'll see how it all shakes out.
Yeah, thank you. We look forward to seeing you at the finish line back in Ensenada on Sunday.
That sounds like a plan. But for now, qualifying's over. Get on back to Ensenada. Enjoy the evening. It's going to be a good one. Good job, Tricia. Man, oh man, we got a lot of fun guys and gals out here enjoying the moment, and I'm having fun. I hope you guys back at home are having just as much fun as we are. So we'll wait for a few more competitors to come through and send it back to Kevin and John.
All right, man. Well done, Miles. Thank you so much. We got ourselves another speed car out there. We're going to catch a number if we can, but it's going too fast to get a good look at it.
Yeah, it just started the run.
Just started the run right there, only 6 seconds in. Possibly when we get down to that off camera, we'll be able to figure out just who that is. As they put down a pretty gnarly pace right now.
Yeah, as Miles was just talking with Tricia, they're a veteran of many Norra races, her and Butch Jensen, for a number of years, teaming up together.
Yeah, what a great team they have been over the years. Really impressive stuff. Look at the exit speed for that car, that speed car coming out of there.
Yeah, jumped down low and came back high pretty quick.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. No mistakes made there. If anything, compared to other competitors, they may have gained some time in that section. Really good stuff. Car's working well. We got a...
So close. 29.50?
It's hard to say, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's Trey Hernquist, 29.50.
29.50 Trey Hernquist. Okay. Well, Trey's putting in a great run so far.
In the El Diablo speed, the one you like.
Yeah, El Diablo. And the 1 minute, 15 seconds so far. Went up over that jump. Full send.
Yeah, that was good. That was
Just
good.
knowing that car can take it. Working really, really well.
That might have been the best air so far.
Yeah, that was pretty good. They got that car really working well. Look at them in there. That thing really wants to pitch over right now.
And
keeping the power to the ground. The rear tires, both of them staying on the ground, just digging down this backstretch, looking very, very comfortable.
And quick shout out to the camera guys. That was great coverage there.
So quite impressive. Now we're coming down to the end of this straightaway here. We got another G out. They're going to come up here. They're going to take a 90-degree right-hander and start heading down into that pretty drastic elevation change. We're at 2 minutes and 7 seconds right now. Time to beat for the record is 2:31, 2:33 for the time to beat today. He's digging, but I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
I feel confident that it isn't. This is going to be a great run, but it's not going to be a record-setting run. It's not going to be up on top of the leaderboard run, but nonetheless, this is one to be proud of.
Well, as we watch him come to the finish line here, we're going to throw it back trackside with Miles. Miles, take it away, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, what a great run so far. We have Jeff Terzo down here, and you just did a 2:41. That's top 5 if I'm doing my math correct. That's pretty impressive.
Sweet, yeah. Run felt good. I guess we lost a spare.
We heard about that. They said maybe we should have strapped that thing down a little better. I'm like, at least during qualifying you don't need it, but when you're out in the middle of the desert, you're gonna.
Yeah, I checked it before we took off, so maybe
so it's your fault.
It's my fault. I'll take the blame. But yeah, we had a pretty clean run, just one little bike section where we got up a little bit, but other than that, pretty clean Excuse me.
Yeah, all good. And having the long bed here, the 4-seater, you got that wheelbase. That's going to play really nice in the open desert, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Just want to keep a steady pace, have no issues. That's our plan. So.
And are you going for a strong finish on Sunday?
I just want to have no issues.
Okay, you just want a solid run. I like your style. Oh, feels like they're putting that spare tire back.
We're back.
Well, you're back. They're race ready. Well, Jeff, good job, and we'll see how it all plays out on race day. Good job, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Man, yeah, so having a little fun out here. The tire fell off. They got it back on, and we'll get her strapped down and be ready for race day. Still have a few more competitors to go. Looks like I'm going to guess another 10, maybe 15 or so, but it's been a great run so far. And yeah, I believe Robbie's telling me second fastest. So, well, I'm going to say third fastest if I'm going through my head. But man, what a great run thus far. And it's only going to get better. We still have a lot of heavy hitters talking about Robbie Gordon, Max Gordon. We saw Tony Romano go earlier. And man, what a stacked field we got. It's going to be a great weekend. Can't wait to keep it going. Back to you guys.
Great weekend so far, and it hasn't even really gotten started yet. This is just qualifying here. A lot of great stuff yet to come right now. Got another competitor out here in qualifying. You said we're coming down to the nitty-gritty. Another handful of cars left to go for qualifying. If you're just stopping by, I'm Sean Sermy alongside of me. He had stepped away for a moment, but there he is. He is back again. But bringing you all the action from the studio here, Kevin Johnson and myself, Sean Sermy. And Kevin, it's been pretty exciting so far. We got off to a little bit of a late start, but once we get going, we're bringing some good coverage and some pretty exciting qualifying. We've seen some pretty big highs and lows so far. I think the lowest low so far is the sad story of PJ Jones DNFing in qualifying. Passing their first car out there. Should be a car that's going to run up near the top every time.
You would think.
And then it happened. Yeah, you would think. Which means we're going to put him back towards the back of the pack. He'll start in front of the two cars that are not qualifying, because you have your did not start and your did not finish. He's going to be a did not finish, which will be in front of a did not start. Speaking of which, who has not even a chance to finish yet because he's the busiest man on the team right now, Miles. We're coming back down to you. You got some more information for us, sir.
And here we are with Trey Hernquist. I just heard you say this is your first time running out there, 5th overall in the Speed UTV. You got to be pretty stoked.
Yeah, I think that's a good starting position. None of the big rigs have gone yet, or none of the fast guys, I would say, have gone yet. But for, just like you said, first time ever driving this thing. I took it off the trailer today and kind of did a little bit of like a corner up and around, and that was about it. And just went out there and gave it hell, and I think it's going to work out good. It's going to be a fun weekend.
Yeah, so never having any wheel time behind this car. Obviously, you've driven before, I can tell by out there. How's this compared to what you've driven in the past? Because, man, you wheeled it pretty good.
Totally different from anything I've ever driven before, to be honest with you. From the belt side of things, and really just how much body roll and how well the suspension works, it's pretty mind-blowing. I sent it pretty big off one of those jumps down there, and it just soaked it up no problem. So I was pretty stoked on that, and it's just going to be a learning curve every day and every mile. I think I'm just going to get better and better with the car.
And that's what I keep on hearing, is the suspension is where these things really shine, and they're no shy on horsepower either. They run pretty good, so it's going to be exciting to see how it shakes out. Top 5 so far, like you said, a lot of big heavy hitters yet to come, but man, Hernquist, got to be excited.
I'm definitely stoked on that. He put us in a good starting position for tomorrow, and my goal is just to get in a good spot for Sunday, so that's really the goal, and so I think we're moving in the right direction.
Well, I like your style. We'll see how it shakes out for the king of the beaches, Trey Hernquist. Great job, and we'll see how it shakes out on race day.
Heck yeah, thanks guys.
All right, well, we keep on hearing from these guys and gals, and so far, so good. Lots of fun. I'm having fun. I bet you guys are having fun, so let's see. Let's get caught up once again and throw it back to the studio. Thanks, guys.
Great job, Miles, once again, as we have another one of our cars just getting started here on their qualifying lap. We'll try to catch a number. I caught it briefly. Yeah, we see that out there. They already picked up that wheel. And also we know, too, about the Tropic Thunder movie with the Crying Monkey Award. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out as well.
All right.
We're working on that PIP for you guys. I see you say it's covering up the timing. A lot of you are talking about that, so we're working on that. As we see here, we're 46, 48 seconds into this run.
and we got this car. I'm trying to see who we have out in it. This is a car, I think we've seen it before at a past Norra. At least maybe that color scheme looks quite familiar to me.
818?
818.
It does look familiar.
It certainly does. Let's take a quick look here. I could be wrong, but I think we're going to know who that is. Excuse me. As we get a little more than halfway through this run with the 818. Yeah, of course it is. It's Donald Mankey.
Yeah.
I knew that looked familiar. Out of Redwood City, California, in the 818 and the Pro 2000. And his sponsors and marketing partners are ABC, Worldwide Transportation, and of course the 222 Motorsport. No big surprise right there. He's been a Norra competitor for years alongside of his father and his uncle. And when not at Norra, you can find him dancing a mean salsa or singing a Creed song at your local dive bar near you. I'm not making that up. That's what's on the paperwork. But that's what's said. And as far as, let's talk about Donald Mankey's best life moment. It literally says having a million Coors Lights in the summertime. I'm not making it. I make up a lot of stuff. I know I do, but this is literally what Donald Mankey put on there. And Donald,
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you've been such a strong competitor down here for so long. If that's what we need to put in there, that's what we're going to put in there. So
he deserves those silver bullets.
He certainly does. And so we're now 2 minutes and 29 seconds into this run, with the fastest time ever being a 2:31. Sitting on the backstretch, he's going to need a million silver bullets after this run's over just to kill the pain.
Yeah, but that's fine. You know, he's a veteran. He knows what he's doing. He's going to start where he starts and be just fine there. And I see Tony wrote us again saying those speed UTVs are, she notices it on camera. I really appreciate the stability, how they flow through the turn. She calls them tight little machines. So
all right,
that's a pretty good observation.
That is Tony Perlman there. Yeah. Very good insight there. She's always watching. She's like Big Brother.
We're up over 3 minutes and 3:15 here maybe coming
Big
through.
Big Brother and best friend.
There's 3:15,
Not a bad run. I thought I was going to be a little slower.
3:18.
Hey, nothing to shake a stick at right there. That's all right. That's going to be a decent starting spot.
Right, and they know what they're doing.
They
so,
do know what they're doing. There's no doubt about that. I'm just picking on them because I can. and I think they appreciate it.
No, great guys. Great team.
All right, so moving right along here, a handful of cars yet to come.
Beautiful shot of the track out there at Nelson Ranch, 20 miles east of our location here in Ensenada. It's on the way, if you ever take Highway 3 across on the way over to San Felipe, it's just around the curves out there as you get there to Nelson Ranch. Turn at the cheese store area. It's around that area, yeah. If you guys familiar with heading out on the highway there. Got another speedy TV out here.
There we go.
On the course. Let's get the number here, Sean, and see what we find out.
Got another one of these nimble vehicles, as Tony would say. And
3-something.
Was it 3-something? I missed it again.
No. It's like the pickup style. I like that.
Yeah, they're very cool. Very cool. All right, 15 seconds in.
As we try to catch this number here as the truck comes back around again, we got Miles standing by with someone out there at trackside. Miles, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. I'm down here with Mark Wakeling down here in this another beautiful speed UTV. What a great run you had earlier. A lot of fun. You had a 3:01, so that's going to be, I'm going to say, top 10, top 15. You got to be pretty feeling good with a solid run.
Sounds great. I didn't even think I did that great. I thought we were going slow.
If you thought that, race day is going to feel pretty good.
It's going to be fun on the course, on the ocean, and here in Mexico, it's great.
So speaking about the ocean, we get to do a lot of cool things down here with Norra. What's your most favorite thing out there on course?
On course, probably it's going to be the beach.
Yeah. The king of the beaches out there with the ocean on your side. Run along that beach. It's just beautiful. It's like a postcard during a race.
Sounds wonderful. I can't wait.
Awesome. And you're enjoying this with Martha over there?
Oh, yeah. It's our first race. We live here in Ensenada. First time out here, and we want to thank our family and our friends on both sides of the border, and obviously Speed for putting this together for us.
Absolutely. Well, Mark, Martha, I'm excited to see how you guys do this week for your Norra debut. Good luck, and most of all, have fun.
Always. Thank you so much.
All right, well, Mark's over there. It looks like we have another one we're going to try to run right back down here, too, as well. We'll just kind of go back to back. We have Andrew Whitehead out here. Andrew, how you doing, buddy?
Awesome. How are you?
I'm not doing too bad. We're keeping busy. The action's rolling smooth, so I don't have your time on me right now. I'll have to run back there and get it. But the car still looks like it's in good shape.
Yeah, thanks. Car looks good. You had a clean run and first time racing in Baja, so here we are.
Where are you used to racing at?
About 5+ years ago, I did all the stateside stuff, best in the desert, and then took a little hiatus. And my brother-in-law did this race last year, had a great time, and so here we are too.
I like it. So you're not new to the desert. You're just new to Mexico.
That's right. Yeah, and it's awesome so far.
Yeah, so far so good. And what I love so much about Norra is tonight we get to go back to Ensenada, do the siesta, have a party, enjoy it with your friends. Tomorrow a race. San Quintin, do the same thing. You get to soak up all that Mexico has to offer.
Yeah, we're excited. We got good crew, good family, a bunch of friends. My buddy McCain here riding with me, and he's familiar with Baja and the trails down here and having a good time, so we're looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, Andrew and McCain, we'll see how it shakes out, but best of luck, and it's going to be a great showing.
Thank you. See you guys out there.
Awesome. Well, yeah, so far so good. Back-to-back interviews back there. So much fun. So it looks like we have some more. I'm going to go get caught up on some times, and we're going to see if we can get this keep on rolling right here. I'll keep rambling for just a minute. But it looks like that's Donald McMank coming through in another Polaris Pro R. And here we are. We got Donald Mank down here just with a solid run, back-to-back 2 4-seaters. It's pretty fun to watch you guys out there having fun.
Yeah, man, more seats, more fun. So
I like it. More doors, all fun, right?
Something like that.
So what's been your experience so far this year?
I mean, this year has just been a tremendous experience. We're working on getting my uncle's leaf spring truck running so that he can get out of the parking lot at the Corona and make his way down to San Quintin.
Awesome. I love it. I love the old school. I love the new school. Honoring the past and forging the future is what Norra's all about, and they're doing it right.
Oh, absolutely. Norra's a great time, great family. Norra's just incredible.
Awesome. Well, enjoy, and we'll see you at the drivers' meeting later, and maybe grab a taco, right?
Absolutely.
Sounds good. Well, thanks, Donald. Great run going, a lot of fun, a lot of action, and we still have some heavy hitters yet to come. Kevin, Sean, back to you guys.
All right, guys, well, we got one off course. The first one truly off course today, under power. We had PJ Jones, the first car on course, purposely drove off just to get out of the way. But we have this car in that same off-camber turn that I continue to talk about every run because it's worth speaking of because of things like this and the trouble it has caused for so many racers in qualifying in the 2023 500 and in the Mexican 1000 and right now for this gentleman right here. And so it's certainly worth speaking of, and now just lost a ton of time. Normally for a car that's going fast enough to blow the berm like that, he probably got into that turn somewhere around maybe 20 seconds in or so. Now he's a minute 20, so he wasted about a minute's time going out of that. So that's going to be very upsetting for him. So Kevin, not the way he wants to start this lap off.
No, and was having a good run, really getting on it, and maybe getting on a bit too much.
Yeah,
it's possible.
I mean, geez, I've never done that, but yeah. It's a tough one to deal with, especially with that turn being the first real major turn, abrupt turn that you take in qualifying. And no matter what, it always takes you, whether it's a 1 lap or it's a 1,000-mile race, it's hard to get out there and just settle in right away.
Exactly.
And so you're not settled into this qualifying lap, and all of a sudden they throw that at you.
Oh, good jump there.
Yeah, and he's trying to make up some time right now. He's got some ways to go.
It's a different car, I think. They went to a different car. It says 555. Chris Simmons.
Sanders. Chris Sanders.
Chris Sanders.
It is in that car, in the 555. So look at, he's got some pretty good ground speed he's carrying right there. He's on the back stretch. That is the car that blew the turn there.
Yeah, Chris Sanders.
Chris Sanders. Chris Sanders has not backpedaled since blowing that berm. He's still dropping the hammer. I believe, if it wasn't for that mistake, and I'm not knocking you, Chris, because it happens, Chris would have himself a pretty good time here. It's still not going to be outrageously. He's not going to be happy. But, I mean, we've seen worse times before. But keep in mind, he's coming into this, touching this off with a couple big turns to go and a massive elevation change. And he is now, he'd be going down there around just over 2 minutes right now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna. Well, it's 3:10, 3:15. Yeah, he probably lost 30, 40 seconds there.
Easy, without a doubt. Probably upwards of 40 seconds he lost right there. So he had himself he could have had himself a really awesome run, but made a mistake early on. And listen, Chris, that stuff happens, buddy. I'm not knocking you. And all in all, good, nice recovery. Still coming in with a decent time. So not bad at all.
Yeah, and looking here, we're going to go back and check on as he comes through late with that Biff, we're going to check on the timings that we had so far on the graph here. We're going to pop it up and see a recap of our top 5. There we go, Sean. Why don't you take that away?
There we go. Still up on top here. We got Eric Chase, the 2:33.06. Bruce Yee, he's back again. He's in full effect, and he's in a 2-minute, 35-second slot. Right behind him, that is Richie Hudson, Renee's husband, driving that car. And P3, that is a 2:37.87, probably due to some great co-drivers stuff going on there with Renee. Absolutely. Trey Hernquist, no big surprise. Trey's a fast one in that speed vehicle, 2:42.29. That's in P4. Rounding out your top 5 is a Can-Am competitor in the 5th spot. That is Drew P. So all in all, that is your top 5. And very, very good stuff.
Top 3 qualifiers right now are within 4 seconds, and 4 and 5 are less than a second apart. So that's how tight this qualifying's been today, Sean. It's been, you see it, they're all getting right around that, the fast ones are right at that time, and we still got some more pretty quick drivers to come. So this should be interesting. You guys watching along with home with us. It's great.
It certainly is. Now we got to see who do we have out here right now. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, Crawler, I agree. The roof numbers, like those shark fin numbers, it makes it a lot easier to pick up who's out there on the course.
Yeah, and, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah. And Los Dos Ocos, thanks for the kind words. We appreciate you guys watching. Los Dos Locos Okies. So we'll try to catch a number here. JR Motorsports sponsored vehicle. I'll try to catch a number as it comes through. There's that little jump right there. That's smooth.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, you can really see where it drops there, Shawnee, you're talking about. Then they got to come into this big turn here and right back up. Whoa!
On 2 wheels, had to pedal a little bit. Had to get off the gas a tiny bit to set that thing down. Had a little more track to probably kind of keep going to steer out of it, maybe stay in it, but that was a tough one right there, up on the 2. Big send right there. All in all, not losing much time, putting in a real nice run. Very respectable here.
916 is the number.
916 is the number on this car right now, putting on a great effort and an amazing show. Very impressive stuff. And that 916, as we flip
Javier Gonzalez.
Javier.
JR Motorsports, Javier Gonzalez. And Richie Wentworth doing the navigating and maybe sharing the driving duty as well. But Javier's having a good run.
Absolutely.
When you're pushing it, when you're riding on 2 wheels for 100 yards, it's
yeah, that was a pretty impressive run, keeping it going there out of Menifee, California, in that 916 Pro Turbo here with JR Motorsports. Very good stuff here, and they got Zarp Equipment, FVG Trucking, JD Concrete, RMC Off-Road, KRC Roofing, Vasquez Car Hauling, Riviera Transport, Baja Ocelete LP Engineering, Pro Cycle Tech, 47 years old, longtime off-road enthusiast, military off-road instructor as well. Has done an awful lot of things in his racing career. Motorsports mechanic for a Baja Tour Guide, raced dirt bikes in his 20s, then started racing UTVs at the 2023 Norra 1000 with a second place at the Norra 500. So first place in natural aspirated Pro UTV. And 1,000. So very impressive stuff. He's out here to win. He's a fast car. He knows what he can do. He knows what he's got underneath him. He's got a great group of people behind him, and he's ready to go win some races.
Yeah, there's a nice run out there. And again, social media guys, thanks. Kevin P, thanks for the kind words. And Dylan Nancio, I don't know if the donut guys are there. The Ranger. I've been watching that build along with some of you guys at home, and on the donut channel there. And that Ranger, I don't know. I didn't see it, but remember, the tech is going on right now. They could be in tech as we speak. So we've got another car getting ready to go on. Sean, we're running a lot of cars, so we're getting down to the nitty gritty. I think
we've got to be. They just keep coming out of the woodwork. You know, it's going on almost 3 o'clock. And we've been qualifying for some time now. We've been qualifying for an hour and a half.
Right. We got car number 1974 out there on the course right now.
1974. We'll see. That brings us to
Charlie Chase. I thought he ran. Maybe we caught him on the.
Yeah, I don't have it here in my paperwork in 1974.
It's right there.
Charlie Chase.
Yeah. I thought we caught him earlier, but maybe that was on his. We probably saw him going through on his sight lap.
Right.
Yeah. But he's having a good run out there.
He is having a good run, getting down to the very difficult turn, but not for Charlie Chase.
Yeah.
Not quite the exit speed some of the fastest competitors have had, but all in all, probably right there, top 6 best cars to get through that turn.
Yeah. It's nice and smooth.
Yeah, Charlie Chase looking good right there. Nice, calm, cool, and collected, as I've said in the past. Really good stuff, so he should be happy with that now. You just got to kind of keep it together.
Oh, that was smooth, too. Good jump. Nice landing.
Yep, everything's looking good for him right now. What comes up must come down, and he did both of them very well. That's a cool shot of that section. I like that a lot better from the back shot. That looks really, really cool for the guys. Moving right along.
As he's rolling here, and I see we got Miles standing by here with one of our guys that just had a nice run out there. The JR Motorsports guys. Miles, let's see what they thought about their qualifying run.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. We got Javier Gonzalez down here. A great run right there. A 2:49. That's going to be a little bit ahead of mid-pack. You got to be pretty stoked about that qualifying run.
Yeah, for sure. We're stoked. We wanted to be mid-pack somewhere around there, so that works out pretty good. We got it on 2 wheels over on one of the turns back there, so that kind of slowed us down. And the G-outs are gnarly on this course. And
yeah, the ruts are pretty rough out there too, aren't they?
The ruts are gnarly. The G-outs in the back, man. And then one jump kind of throws you off, so we slow down for that.
We've seen that before.
Yeah, we didn't want to get off on the bad foot for this race, so good.
Absolutely. So run me through a little bit of your strategy, because this is a staged race, so there's some transits out there. So kind of give us a quick rundown on exactly what that means.
I think the first thing is listening to the navigator and what he's putting out. We ran a steady pace last year at this race, and we got second, so we're hoping to just stay nice and steady and keep it moving, nice and cruising.
Well, yeah, 100%.
Wow, we're looking right there, 1974. That's Charles Chase. You guys are watching that. He came over the jump there, and look at that wheel. Broke that. What's that? Did he break the axle, or what happened there, you think, Sean?
I'm not sure. No, I don't think he broke an axle there, but it looks as though he may have broke an A-arm or a ball joint. One of the two there.
Yeah, that's not how he wants that car to look.
No, he was running really, really well. And I jinxed him by saying how well he went around that difficult turn a little while ago.
Jeez.
And I hear our team in the background being like, whoa, I'm wondering if we can get a replay of it. I don't know if that's possible.
I think it is. I think we have one coming up here. They're working on it. If you missed it at home, we'll see this car. It lands, and that wheel just had a mind of its own. So we'll see if we can pull up a replay on that for you guys.
Yeah, that was a pretty good run right there. And then it all went to heck.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we got it just about ready on the replay here, so we'll flip to that. You got there's a car sitting there. That's the aftermath.
So I would imagine they're going to leave that car right there for now and get qualifying done. He's off in a safe place. He's not in any danger.
It's a 2024 Can-Am Maverick, but that front wheel is...
Yeah.
I think we're getting ready here, and Raimi came over a jump and just landed awkwardly, not the way he wanted to land that.
No, definitely not.
I was wrong. Earlier, I thought for sure we'd have somebody put it on his roof today, and so far that hasn't happened.
Oh, boy.
Knock on some wood. I don't mean to jinx it. Yeah, maybe I did just jinx it. Yeah.
So it looks like we see the co-driver getting out.
Yeah, just a broken car, no injuries, but
yeah. Well, we got a replay coming up for you here. Let's take a look at this.
There we go, guys.
Moving along, getting on the gas, no problem. Everything's good here, man.
Right over this little hill.
Oh, come on, man.
Boink.
And then,
there it is.
Boom. It wasn't that violent.
No.
It wasn't that violent. you know, I mean, you never know. I wonder if that I think it was a lower ball joint or A-arm.
Maybe busted something loose in one of those ruts,
Well,
and then
I'm curious
the pressure
if
coming down.
if something had gotten weakened earlier on in the run or at another time. You know, granted, I mean, you never know when something's going to let go, right? But that wasn't that violent.
Yeah.
It wasn't that crazy of a jump. Well, hey, you know, things happen.
Great job on our crew getting that replay up. Thanks, guys.
As you know, they're taking a look at it now. Hopefully, they're going to leave them right there and continue on with qualifying. There's no need for to stop qualifying for them. They're completely out of the way right now.
Yeah, they're off the course.
Yeah, they want to get working on the car as soon as they can.
And a safe distance, too.
Yeah, we need to get qualifying taken care of right here. And that's just not your standard strap and pull.
So Dylan Stevens, to answer your question, yeah, Fish Logistics wrote in and said they saw the donut team. That Ranger is here, so they're at Tech right now.
And another replay, slow motion, slow, and boom. Now, possibly if we had a different angle, maybe the front end was a little too low and the rear end was a little too high. I don't know. You know, it's hard to say. It's easy for me to sit back here behind this desk and talk about all the different ways things happen, you know. But in reality, it's racing, and those types of things happen. But all in all, it's a bummer because he had a great run going for him, really driving quite well, and then we ran into that problem. So we'll get a number here of who's on the course right now as soon as we get a number plate for you. And I can't imagine we have too many more cars left to go.
Yeah, we got to be pushing towards the end here.
I would think so. Let's see if we're trying to get a good look.
Well, it's a tight one.
Get down on them.
A little hard one to see there.
Yeah. All right, what do we got for a number here? Number
60.
All right, so that is going to be Rob Seamus, otherwise known as Bobby Love. Bobby Love. Out of Brentwood, California, up in Northern California. His sponsors and marketing partner is family and friends. And he thanks all of you for your support, for helping him out. He loves you very much, and he couldn't do it without you. This is his 4th Norra 500. He is an off-road enthusiast. And let's see here. What's his best moment in life? Every day I get to play in Baja. I like this guy, Bobby Love.
That's a great answer.
Bobby Love, I think you and I just became best friends. Right on, man. So out here, that is Brett Seamus, otherwise known as Bobby Love, out there setting himself a run in his 4th Norra 500. So he's having the time of his life down here, and he's doing it with his family and friends. And, you know, how much better does it get than that? You know, just out here having a great time. So setting, let's see if we get a decent time here, but I don't see the time clock up in front of me anymore.
But yeah, if we miss it here, they'll probably have it an update if he's up in the top 5. But remember, our top 5, again, our top 3 cars from 233 to 237, top 3 cars are within 4 seconds. And then 4 and 5 at 242, they're both in the 242 mark, so.
So we're not going to get a time for Bobby Love. We will maybe a little later on, but at this moment.
There we go. We got our sweep, Christopher Scott Reddish.
Chris Scott Reddish.
Yep. I'll have to help those guys out.
Coming in here and helping out. He's on one of the sweep teams and also helps out here with qualifying and is the owner of 2 very fancy, fine leather Mexican belts.
Yes.
Yeah, he is a belt connoisseur. He only has 2. But he knows how to pick them. And so, all in all, we're looking good. What's I think we might have a 222 here, team.
Yeah, 1979. That might be
1979.
Thomas Purcell, I think. I think
so.
that's Thomas Purcell. Let's look it up here.
That would make sense to me by that color scheme.
Yeah, Triple Deuces Motorsports.
Yeah, by the... have it on that one, but I know it is. It's got to be.
In 1979, Thomas Purcell.
Yeah, yeah, it's got to be. So Thomas Purcell, Thomas No Presser, I'm expecting a lot out of you, buddy. Very talented team here. Look at that different line. Yeah, but hey, that worked. and it worked good. Look at so he went in way a little more to the inside, more to the middle than most everyone else did. Said, the heck with that berm, I'm not messing with it. Squared the car up, got it up on 2, steered out of it, stopped the throttle, got on the loud pedal, pulled himself out of there, so he went in hot, kind of stopped for a minute almost, but then once he got straightened up, his exit speed was great. And all in all, Thomas Purcell, that's the kind of stuff I expect from you, buddy. Well done, sir. Completely different than we've seen anybody else do it, and it worked quite well.
Yeah, and we got the clock back, too.
And we got the clock back.
Nice job, guys.
So these guys now, Thomas Purcell and the Triple Deuce Motorsports team, looking good. Thomas, full send.
Again, another veteran of Norra Racing.
Yeah, he's been around. He knows what he's doing. This is the guy that, when I see his name or I see that car coming up, I expect to see a good time. Or at the minimum, I expect to hear a good story with these guys. But very impressive stuff. And they are a great group of people.
Nice straightaway there. Good jump. Good jump, good landing. Those wheels stayed together. That's nice.
Yeah, so far so good. I think that last one was just kind of a freak thing the way it was. For so.
Yeah, stuff just happens.
Halfway down that back stretch right now. Completely dropping the hammer. That's a real cool shot. I mean, that's like a TV ad right there. Very, very cool. Purcell looking good. Look at that car dancing with the stars.
Popping in, popping out.
Yep.
Spreading it. Nice. Yeah, while we're watching this race, it's pretty good. And, special shout out Myers Manx, Speed Energy, Bilstein, Steal It, Raceline Wheels, Jorge's here. It's great. Nomad and Mobile Wagon.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody on board again this year, having a great time. Thomas Purcell now looking to set a decent time. He's going to have a great time. And we're going to go down to miles in just a moment. We want to get a time for Thomas Purcell with a 2:39. Not bad at all. It's going to put him inside the top 5, I do believe.
100%.
Miles, who do you got down there, brother?
240. All right, thanks, guys. Yeah, we have Richie Mendez down there, number 60. Just threw down to 309. Memory, I'm going, I think it's a 2:34 fast time of the day. So you're still all right. You're probably mid-pack. You got to be pretty excited about that.
Oh, yeah, definitely excited. A little nervous on the jumps. I don't like the jumps. This car came with a ground hook, so it slows me down over the jumps. Other than that, we're right on it. I'm happy.
So it's more of a parachute, not wings, huh?
That's it. The wings will come later on the flat parts. The jumps we're not cool with. But
hey, nothing wrong with that. But I see the smile when you guys pulled up here. You were just enjoying the moment and having fun, and that's what it's all about.
Yes, sir. We're here to make it happen, to make it work, and go home. Today's not the race. Today's qualifying. Tomorrow we'll get the other half of the gas pedal on the ground.
I like your style. We've been talking about that all day. Today's not racing today, just qualifying to get everything set up for the big race. So we'll see how it all shakes out. So great job once again. Richie Mendez having fun out there, and enjoy the time.
And I got Bobby Love sitting next to me.
Richie and Bobby Love out there having fun. So we'll let you guys scoot away. We got another one. We got Thomas Purcell with Triple Deuces out there. Just had a great run. And we'll give a quick chat with him real quick. Thomas Purcell with Triple Deuces. 2 Polaris Pro Rs back to back. So Thomas Purcell's trying to get the window nets down, get the helmet off, but he'll be up here in just a moment. And here he comes. Triple Deuces Motorsports with another solid performance. Thomas Purcell's going to yank his helmet off, and have a quick chat. But that was a super solid run by Thomas Purcell. Now he's got the helmet off, so we'll have a quick chat. How much fun did you have out there, Thomas?
It was good. I'm finally happy to get it over with. It's kind of a little nerve-wracking sitting here the whole time, but I wanted to make sure that I understood what was going on out there before trying to put down a lap.
I get that exciting, nervous, but now it's done. I don't have your time yet. We'll get that here in just a moment. But from the cheap seats over here, it looked like it was pretty solid.
Yeah, I think we did okay. Had a mishap last year in my buddy's car.
I think I remember that.
Wouldn't want to repeat that, so maybe we're a little gun shy, but good enough to get us up towards the top tomorrow.
Absolutely. And speaking about tomorrow, that's when the race starts. Today's just qualifying. Tomorrow's the first race, and then we race on Sunday. We race from here to San Quintin, and then San Quintin back to Ensenada, and it's going to be a great run. Are you more excited about the mountains or the ocean views?
I dig both. I think all are going to be super fun, nice, tight and twisty, technical, some good graded roads. So I'm excited to mix it up with the boys tomorrow.
Absolutely, and I love what Norra does with that. Gives you the tight and twisties in the mountains, gives you the wide open, gives you the beautiful ocean views, and just a little bit of everything that Baja has to offer.
Yeah, definitely. LSN knows what we like, and I've been doing this race for a long time, and just love coming down here every time, and it keeps on exceeding my expectations, so keep doing what you're doing.
Well, perfect. Well, thanks, Thomas Purcell. We'll let you get on, and we'll see you tonight. We got a siesta, we got a driver's meeting, and then kicking off tomorrow morning, so best of luck, Thomas.
Siesta or fiesta?
C.
Oh, all right. We'll see you down there.
Perfect. Well, all in good fun. Thomas caught me on that one. I was trying to slip it up, but all in good fun. And Thomas Purcell with a great show. We'll get a time for him in just a moment. And we'll get some more cars coming through. We're going to throw it back. Sean, Kevin, take it away.
Thanks a lot, Miles. And as you were sitting there talking to Thomas Purcell, we saw P.J. Jones out there. So we got that car fixed back out there. And he, again, 237 puts him right in the top three. Yeah. So we'll see. I don't know what happened early. Now we have Robbie. It looks like Robbie taking off there, Sean.
So we know we got Robbie Gordon on course right now, and I'm going to be that guy. Me and Robbie and PJ, we go way back. We've known each other a long time, done a lot of stuff together, but I'm going to be that guy right now. So we had a DNF earlier on, right?
Or something.
With PJ Jones or something. Well, yeah, he didn't finish his qualifying.
Yeah.
But yet then was able to come back out in front of the last car, which the last car I would imagine is Robbie or Max.
Yeah, Max hasn't run yet.
Yeah, Max hasn't run yet. And qualify there. So I'm curious what happened to the vehicle. Was it something safety? Was it something inside the car? Because it looked like the car ran well afterwards.
Right. It didn't look there was damage. It pulled off. Maybe they were told to pull off or something. Maybe
something may have happened. And
you know
I'm
what?
thinking that PJ could have finished that run, but maybe he was being smart. Like, hey, listen, this should have never happened. This is something that we need to go to Eliseo, go to Robbie, go to whomever the powers to be, and not finish that run. Don't put a period on it.
Yeah.
And say, listen, this is what happened. We didn't really have a car breakage. It could have been a safety issue, something.
Right. Maybe a spectator drove across and they stopped.
Weird.
They stopped it.
Something
yeah. Could be anything.
Happened, I think.
Right.
In order for that to happen.
He ran and now he's sitting at 3 and now we'll see what Robbie does here. And Robbie's coming up. Look like he's having a good run.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Right now he keeps the car together. Robbie's going to have a wonderful run. Now I believe, and I hope.
That was good.
I believe it was last year for the 500. Robbie ran a Bandit, which is a slightly under horsepowered or whatever. It's a slightly different car than the race car. It's not slightly a big difference. Just to say, hey, we can do it with it, and he put down a great time, a great run, and so we know that Robbie's out here himself. He's setting Max out here. He's like, hey, go win this thing.
Yeah. Oh, geez, that was a big run.
For Robbie, he
big
wants
jump
to go
there.
win these things.
Wow.
At the same time, he's also is like, hey, let me see how good is my stuff.
It's competitive.
Yeah,
all the
how
way
good
still.
is my stuff? So great run for him right now, minute 54. Got a fair amount of course yet to go here. That thing is dancing underneath him.
Yeah, he took that
good.
jump. Got some really good.
Now the time to beat for the fastest time ever is a 2:31. Right now, the time to beat today is a 2:33. Oh boy!
Jeez, yeah, I was pushing it up there.
I don't really know what to say right now.
We're getting
Robbie
close.
Gordon is on the gas. The time to beat for the overall is 2:31. The time for the day is at 2:33. What happens? Right now, when he hits that finish line, 2:34 unofficially puts him in P2.
Wow.
Just outside of staying up on top of the box.
Nice run, nice run. Yeah, on it all the way, getting those airs and coming down like that, but never getting out of the throttle.
What a
just on
great
it.
run for him right there.
Yeah, good run.
Robbie Gordon making it happen.
So look at that time. Eric Chase's run is holding out unofficially if that's the right time. And then you know, look at the names now there. Robbie Gordon, Brucey, P.J. Jones, all right there, you know.
That was huge.
Hudson and Hernquist. It's, yeah. That's,
now, I don't have the whole order in front of me here, or at least one that I fully believe in.
Here's another speed running right now behind him.
I bet this is Todd Romano. I'm just making that up. We're going to go down to Miles right now and see what's going on with Miles. See, you got anybody important to talk to, buddy?
P.J. Jones down here. We saw him earlier. He was the first one off the line, had some issues, but able to get that sorted out, and glad to see out there with a solid top 5 run, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I hope so. You know, it's nice, brand new car, 40 miles. We're still trying to learn, you know, how to get the shifting and the auto shifting down. So it cost us a couple seconds out there as we kind of went into a forced neutral this last. But this is all, you know, teething problems with a brand new car. Just getting ready for tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have a good weekend.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, tough break early on. I was feeling bad for you, but now I don't feel so bad. You got it figured out, and hopefully you can get it back tonight, sort it out, but great run out there.
Yeah, it'd have been painful starting, you know, 40th.
Yeah, that makes for a long day, doesn't it?
With a top 5 car, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of fun, but, you know, then it's hard to catch everybody that's running good. So, you know, thank God for Norra for giving us that second chance. And, you know, we'll go back, look at the car over. They're both brand new cars. Drew Pelfrey's car also. And we'll just try to keep them running all for the 2 days.
All right. Well, brand new car, PJ. Best of luck. We'll see how it shakes out.
Thank you.
All right. And we got another one. We got Mr. Robbie Gordon out here. And what a solid run. Unofficial P2 by like less than a half a second. So, Robbie, you're P2. I think Nick McPhee, right? He's still P1 out there. But with a solid run, you got to feel pretty good about that.
No, that's good. You know, this is basically a race car with a full stock kit in it. Stock wiring harness, stock engine, stock everything. So it'll be interesting to see what the difference is between a stock package and like a race package like what Max has.
So he does have quite a bit more power, a little bit of everything on that car, huh?
No, I think it's probably, I would say it's probably 30 horsepower, maybe to the tires, but 30 horsepower in this class is 10%. It's a big number.
Yeah, that makes a big difference for sure. So you come out here and do a P2. We'll see if Max can beat his own record or not. And I love how you did that. We want to see who's the fastest here for a while. So keeping the track the exact same and get a track record out here, I love it.
Yeah, I know, it's good. So, you know, Max has got to go, what, a 2:31 something to get a track record?
Yeah, 2:31.41. That's his record from earlier this year at the Norra 1000.
All right, cool. We'll be interested to see how he does. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in today.
Awesome. Well, Robbie, always a pleasure, and it's going to be a fun couple days chasing down the desert.
Thank you very much. This is just the beginning.
Awesome. Well, Robbie Gordon right there is unofficial P2. We'll see, I think it's the number 133 of Todd Romano out there, and it is. We'll get a time for him. Unofficial 2:46, so solid run for him. But up next, last but not least, I believe it's Max Gordon, who set the record earlier this year. We'll see if he'll be able to break it. I hope you guys are excited. I am. So, Sean, Kevin, I'm going to send it back to you guys, and we're going to watch the entire run for Max Gordon before we come back down here and have a chat with him. So, Kevin, Sean, it's been fun to listen to you guys. Keep up the good work. And I can't wait to see if Max can beat his own record. Take it away, guys.
Thanks, Miles. Yeah, nice out there with PJ and then Robbie Gordon. Both had great runs. They're both finished in the top 5 now. And Todd Romano just came through on his run. I don't know where that's going to put him. I didn't see his final. 242, I think.
244, something
244,
like that,
so he'd be like 6, 7, 8, something like that. He's top 10. That's a nice run for Todd Romano as well. And right now, Sean, it looks like maybe that's Max's car getting ready to run next.
That is Max Gordon's car right there. Now, we talked about that stock car. We just saw Robbie out there. This is the same car, but this is the race car. All right, 30 horsepower difference. Robbie 1 second off the fast time for today. And right off the bat, what's going on here with Max Gordon?
Maybe that's not Max. I don't know. Let's try to catch a number here. It hasn't hit the archway yet.
Yeah,
so.
I'm curious what exactly he did there. Might have been something in cab they had to fix.
But not at speed
but
yet.
They're coming at it at less speed, and I'm curious of why that is.
Well,
he could have backed up, I think, if he wanted to.
The clock's running, so.
But the clock is running right now, so we're going to see exactly what happened here, or we'll find out what happened.
That was unusual, huh?
It was very unusual. Different line right there. Look at him going very wide. And we got a problem.
Uh-oh. Maybe that wasn't. Maybe something did happen. That's why they stopped and then restarted. So some sort of issue there.
So that's not the way we wanted to end qualifying here whatsoever. I was looking for the showstopper right here with Max Gordon. So he's got something going on with him or his co-driver or the car, or something's happening. He's doing his best to work his way through it, but right now it's not happening.
It's kind of bouncing hard there for. I don't think that's Max.
No, I think something else is going on here. I think we've got some wrong information. I can't imagine what's going on, but I need to get an official number. If we could get one of the camera teams that are out there to zoom in for me and give me a number of what's on the car. We've got 10 cameras out there. I just need one of them to touch off the number on the side of that car.
We'll get to it. It'll show up.
Anybody that's is listening on the production team.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking to you.
Good or average or something?
Yeah, so we're getting here. We're going to go back with Miles right now. Miles has, looks like Todd Romano there. Miles, take it away.
Thanks. Yeah, I got Todd Romano with Speed UTV here with a 246. You just said, was that good or did I suck? I said that's about mid-pack. So now it's yours from here on out, huh, Todd?
Yeah, so, sucking still applies. So I knew I wasn't going to get Rob or Max, and I had a passenger, which my buddy's son with me, and I didn't want to throw it away. But I did have some fun. I think he pooped himself, not gonna lie. That sky jump at the back was really fun, and I tried to do the double, and I knew I had it, and because I cleared it last year, and then I chickened out, and I chicken checked it, and then I stuffed the nose.
Whoop beep!
It was good. Car's running great. We've got some new stuff on it that we're testing down here this year, and it's gonna be a fun couple days. So
yeah, it's been great, and to see what you and Robbie have brought to the table with all these arrive and drives and these rental cars, it's something really cool to come down and enjoy the Baja Peninsula. It's something really cool. I love it, and you guys have a good thing going.
Oh, dude, I appreciate you being down here. I love the wrench. I love what you
it's been fun.
Yeah, so it's awesome, and it's a great time. Baja is a family, and we got everybody here. So thanks for everyone coming out to Norra and supporting us. Thanks for the Speed customers, and thanks to you. And I can't wait to see you at KOH's here, dude.
Absolutely. Todd, always a pleasure. Great time. And yeah, we got the Speed Tool wrench mic the rest of the week, buddy.
Rest of the week. Thanks, buddy. Great seeing you guys.
All right. Todd Romano had a solid run, but I called it Max just a minute ago, but he jumped the line on me. Bronson's out there, and we have one more car and then Max. So I believe we have one on course, one more to go, and then our final competitor of Max Gordon with that 2:31.41 time to beat. We'll see if he can do it. Time will tell. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. Back to the booth.
All right, guys. Well, I've got good news. I've got bad news, and it depends on who you're talking to. Good news is that that was that black speed car, but that is not Max Gordon, so that makes some sense. Bad news is it is Bronson Chiramonte in his 2023 Speed UTV Bandit in the 874. So Bronson is having a tough go at it here in qualifying, so that's very upsetting for him.
Yeah, almost 340.
Yeah, that's a bummer. With that black car and not be able to zoom in the number, I wasn't sure who was who. And sadly, that had happened, but it is Bronson Chiramonte.
And we'll hope, Sean, we'll hope for Bronson's sake, whatever the issue was, he can fix it tonight and, get out there tomorrow and have a good run on day number one of the 2024 Norra 500.
The good news is there's a massive team of Speed UTV technicians and mechanics and everyone here.
Right.
So if you're in a place or you're at a race and you need to get one of those fixed and dialed back in, you're in the right place, Bronson, without a doubt.
So we wish you the best of luck, Bronson. Tough luck there so far, but maybe that's going to be the only thing that bites you the whole weekend, and that'll be great.
Absolutely. So we've been told a couple of times now, one more car to go in qualifying.
And here's 12-12 right here.
They're just having fun with us.
Yeah.
So we're in the 12-12 right now.
And that's Lee Banning.
Oh, Lee
excuse
Banning.
me, Garrett Ashworth.
Okay,
Garrett
so
Ashworth.
Lee Banning's been around for a while.
Yeah.
So the 12-12. I don't have any fun information on him.
Fun for him is he's qualifying for the Norra 500.
Yeah, Garrett Ashworth right now out there in his 2022 Can-Am X3. As he is out there getting it done and qualifying, lost program feed, but hopefully he'll be back here in a minute.
All of a sudden he was racing on the dirt.
We're going to go back to the track with Miles.
Down here with Bronson. What a great run. I'm looking at his helmet. He's got Legacy. He's got more. He's got the Mint 400. He's got Norra. A little bit of everything. You've been racing everywhere. What makes you come back to Norra?
Yeah, we bought the Speed UTV a couple years ago, so I'd always wanted to come race in Mexico, and this is year. Finally got the cars right and made it happen this year.
Awesome. Well, I love it. And I see the big smile on your face when you pulled up here. It looked like a very solid run out there. 339. That'll be mid-pack or so. And, man, this Speed UTV looks good. I had you mistake for Max there when you took off, and I was like, nope, wrong number.
Yeah. Car ran all right. We got little issues got to work out, but, we'll be ready for tomorrow. Start and go forward.
Absolutely, yeah. 2 more days yet to go. We got the Fiesta tonight, the drivers' meeting, and a lot more action yet to come.
Yep, looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun event.
Absolutely. Well, Bronson, best of luck. We'll see how it shakes out on race day. Good job, buddy. Another solid run out there. Everybody's having fun and enjoying their time. I think we got 1 car on, and now we should have Max Gordon come up next. Back to the studio.
Ashworth out there right now. Thank you, Miles. And Miles said we should have 1 more again. Miles, you're pulling the wool over on me. I know you are. This is a funny joke to you.
Mm-hmm.
1 more. You're a hilarious fella. We're out there with Ashworth right now in the 12-12. Looking pretty good. Not a bad run for him so far. Is it going to be a world record-setting run? No, it isn't. But that's not what he needs. He needs somewhere to start about mid-pack right now. And this is what it's going to put him. He's going to come up here and have a 90-degree right-hand turn here in just a moment.
Yeah, he's working that car. He's having a pretty good run.
Yeah, he's doing fine. He's doing fine. Is he setting the world on fire? Absolutely not. But is he going to put himself in a nice start spot, mid-pack or so? Yeah, I think he might even be a little better than mid-pack. We're going to be under 3 minutes. So he's going to be looking pretty good. He should be happy with where he's putting himself right now. Nice, calm, collected. 1 turn to go. Point that thing straight, stand on the loud pedal, and let her eat, Bronson.
Not Bronson.
I just realized that. Not Bronson, as
Garrett.
Garrett now just under 3 minutes. Yep, he's going to make it happen. Not bad at all. 2:54, nothing wrong with it.
A lot of company around those 250 times, yeah.
Lot of.
Okay, that's Max coming up.
Company.
Yeah. Now what you're looking at there on the camera is Max Gordon, number 77.
Yep. All right, so now last car on the course, and
we think, we think.
And I'll tell you, if you're out there right now, I bet you'd see everyone that is out there is going to be up against the fences right now.
So remember, the time starts. He gets a little running start, and once they go under the famed Norra arch, that's when the clock starts, and you should see that here on your screen now.
And he is on the gas right now. Massive jump start right there, just like we've seen in years past. He was a fast qualifier in 2024. Norra 500, fast qualifier in the happiest race on earth in the Mexican 1000. That is Max Gordon. You know him as Mad Max Gordon. He has been setting the world on fire in his UTV, in the trophy truck. Everything this kid touches just goes like a bat out of heck. You know the rest of the saying. I'm not going to say it proper. Gets around that turn faster than anybody else has so far. Took the line that we talked about earlier on today in the sight lap. Came in a little mid, said, no, I don't want that. I'm going to the outside. Railed that berm all the way around. The 77 is looking outrageously fast right now, Kevin.
Yeah, that was a good run and a smooth landing there on that jump. Looking pretty good coming around. And like you said, on that sight lap earlier, we noticed that he did that change. And then when it came through, yep.
Absolutely looking really, really good. It's easy to talk about a fast run when you have this much excitement, this smooth, that dialed in right now. Right now, the dust can't even keep up with the car. He's going so fast.
Whoa, look at that jump. And that was a good landing. That's one of the first landings we saw where the back tires actually hit first. So it was a nice, good jump there for Max, who is no stranger to getting.
Whoa! He's going to steer out of it. Not a problem. He's got enough track to get out of the way. He's looking good. You can see the dust trail. The way he went in there, he backed it in almost as if he was in a Pro 4. Got up on 2, got the power back to the ground again. Steered before he got off the track. Plenty of room to go. Now he's just letting that Speed UTV eat all the way down this backstretch. That is Mad Max Gordon trying to set a better time than he has in the past. This is the 3rd time we've qualified on this course here in Norra at Nelson Ranch. 2:31 is the fast time to beat, set by himself, Mad Max Gordon. He has been fastest qualifier both times. Dropping down to that last 90 degree. He's going to have an elevation change. Down the hole, back up again. One more 90 to the right. It's standing on the loud pedal, Kevin. 206. He's got to beat 231.
He's got to go. Let's see if any went on two wheels there, what's going to cost him. But we'll find out right here. He's going to be gunning it to the end here.
That's all over. He might just get it, folks. If you're at home, you want to stand on your feet right now. 221. He's got 10 seconds to beat it. Max Gordon in the 77 sends it through the finish line. It's a new world record here for Norra qualifying at Nelson Ranch at the 2024 Norra 500. 2 minutes, 27 seconds. Mad Max Gordon just lit the UTV world on fire.
That's just crazy. It's not even a clean run because he had to let up after he bit it. Wow, that was great. Great way to save it and get right back on the power. Great run there for young Max Gordon. Fantastic.
Absolutely, it was right there. Just setting world records at Nelson Ranch here at the Norra 500 National Off-Road Association. Third time they've qualified on this course right here. The fast time to beat overall for 3 events, 2:31. The fast time to beat for today was a 2:33. It was like Babe Ruth came to town, but he hung up his Louisville Slugger, pulled out a UTV, and smashed that record with a 2:27. Mad Max Gordon brings it on home. Well done, sir.
We'll probably take a look at the graph here and see it's the updated standings. And before we get to Miles right here, I think Miles is standing by. I think you got Mr. Max Gordon there, Miles. Take it away.
I'm here. Thanks, guys, and what a great run we had. We just watched some amazing day of qualifying. It was awesome to see, and Max Gordon just shaved off roughly 5 seconds off the track record, and what a great run. I was talking to the McPhee team on the way over here, and I said, no, he blew a corner. No, he's got more speed everywhere else, and he does. So he's trying to cool her down a little bit. He's watching his gauges on this beautiful speed machine. 30 horsepower more than his dad, Robbie Gordon, and it shows once again. Max Gordon kept coming over to us, checking the times. He's excited about everything going, and he's going to be super stoked with how this thing went, I believe. So we'll try to give a quick chat with Max here in just a moment. He's checking all the gauges, making sure this thing's ready, but they've got a great team behind him. And to shave 5 seconds off the leader today, well, that's 7 seconds over total, but 5 seconds off of his previous record is super, super impressive. Well, Max, we talked about it all day long, and you shaved 5 seconds off your record. How you feeling about that right now?
Oh, you know, I feel like it could have driven definitely a lot harder into the turns and stuff, but, you know, I blew one turn, but other than that, I'm pretty stoked on starting P1, but wish I could have drove it a little bit harder, and I should have, but I think the car's amazing right now, and I think it's set up really well, so go over the car tonight, looking forward for the race tomorrow and Sunday, and should be good.
Absolutely, and you said you could have drove harder. You didn't need to, because P1 by 5 seconds, by 30 seconds, it doesn't matter. The car's here. Last year, you sent it over that big jump and about wadded the car up. You saved it, great driving, but we were chatting earlier today, you don't want to send it that hard because, man, what if?
No, yeah, honestly, I had to brake tap it in the air because I was starting to blow over, so I think it's the jumps definitely from the score qualifying, hitting it backwards, it tamed this side of it down a little bit, but definitely the headwind coming on with us today, I had to, you know, double tap it in the air, which, no, landed smooth and all's good.
Absolutely. We'll send the big cars out first tomorrow morning, and then we take a little bit break, and then you're the first UTV on the road. That's got to feel good. You got to be excited. And what's your strategy going on out there? Just wide open?
No, definitely not. I want to, whatever the time split is between the first car and the second car, I want to keep a 5-second gap in between that car behind me, so I know I have them by 5 seconds. Whether they start a minute, I want to put 5 seconds on them and keep a minute and 5 seconds. So
and be consistent on that, huh?
Minimum 5 seconds, obviously, but I'd like to not see that under 5 seconds and always be up about a minute and a half.
So you'll be talking to your team between all the stages and whatnot, and make sure everything's going smooth with that?
Yeah, you know, we'll set a split time when we stop the stage, and we'll look back and see when he comes behind us, and we'll stop each car.
I love it. I love the strategy. I love the stages. I love the transits, and I love hanging out in the evening and reliving all the war stories. And Norra's doing it right. These Speed UTVs are looking good, and Max P1 back-to-back from the 1,000. Man, what a great job, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give it up to Max Gordon. What a great run he had. Robbie had second, and McPhee had second. Robbie was third. Lots of action going. But again, thank you everybody for tuning in to the 2024 Norra 500 here at the Nelson Ranch. It's been qualifying. Tonight we have the drivers meeting. We still have a lot more Fiesta to go. So much fun. Thanks again, everybody. We have 2 more days of races. We go from Ensenada to San Quintin, back to Ensenada. So that's Saturday and Sunday. Man, what a great 2 days of racing. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun. I'm Miles Hasselquist. We've had a lot of great talent. Pam's been running around Tech and Contingency. Sean and Kevin have been in the studio all weekend. Man, what a great day of qualifying. I'm going to send it back to the studio and let them sign off. But again, I'm Miles Hasselquist. We'll see you tomorrow. So much fun. Kevin, Sean, take it away.
I tell you what, Miles, that was impressive. I mean, and let's take a moment. Let's just take a moment. Not just that last run, but everybody. We only had a couple bad runs. Everyone really put in a great effort. A lot of cars. That was well over 2 hours of qualifying with non-stop cars. That's a lot of cars out there. And then the cherry on top is, and it's nothing for me. I don't care about a manufacturer, all that stuff. Just seeing a young talent rising up, because, and I've said this before at Norra races, but the cream rises to the top. But I tell you what, Max Gordon, man, the future is so bright for that young star.
No kidding. Well said, Sean. And I'm amazed that he got that time after blowing that curve and almost, putting it up on 2 wheels. And really quick, before we go too far, I want to thank all the drivers today. Great job. Nobody put their truck on the lid today, so great job to everyone. A lot of talent out there in the field and very competitive. Max blew him away at the end there, but everyone else was within a few seconds of each other. That top 5, what a run out there today. Maybe we'll take a look at the graph here, and we'll see what we got going here on the qualifying.
So
there we go.
Up there right now. Here's our, we'll say, our current positions here. This is the starting position for the way they're going to be off the line tomorrow morning. Right up top, no big surprise there with our Speed UTV, Max Gordon, with a new record here. It's a world record for our Norra qualifying on that course, and an overall record for Norra itself. So a 2:27.27. Well done, young man. Second place is Eric Chase with a 2:33.06. Can't shake a stick at that, boy. 1 second off last year's pace. Then, of course, Robbie Gordon, the Speed UTV as well. Man, they are handling like absolute champs. Nimble little vehicles, as Tony Perlman would say. And a 2:34.06. Great time. And then in the Alumacraft class, Bruce Lee, he's back again, running very well, 2:35.70. And in a Can-Am in P5, rounding out your top 5, is PJ Jones, huge name in motorsports in general, 2:37.43. Any big surprises up on the board? Not really. The who's who is up there. Really impressive stuff. 2 Gordons and a Jones. That's pretty good stuff, man, down here at Norra for the 2024 Norra 500 qualifying. So exciting stuff. But all in all, we're barely getting started. We haven't dropped an official green flag yet.
No.
We still got to go racing. That was just qualifying. This is just like, am I going to have an appetizer? Yeah, give me the shrimp cocktail and something else, and we're going to have the main plate here in just a little bit. Tomorrow we're having filet mignon, baby.
Exactly. And just a great day of qualifying. I thank you guys at home for watching it. I know you enjoyed it because we did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Just fantastic. Tomorrow morning it's going to get started at 8 o'clock. Safari class goes off earlier. Yeah. Safari class goes off. They're going to be the first ones off. But at 8 o'clock from Santo Tomas is stage 1 tomorrow morning. And when the UTVs go, there's your order right there. Max Gordon, Eric Chase. Great job, by the way.
Yep.
Eric Chase, Robbie Gordon, Brucey, and PJ Jones. That's your top 5. So, again, tomorrow's stage, Santo Tomas all the way down to San Quintin. So, big day of racing tomorrow, getting the Norra 500 underway. Sean, I tell you what, it couldn't have been more exciting today.
No, it could have. It went really well. So to leave it with that, tune in with us later on as well. We will have the drivers meeting up. That's going to be happening over at Tech and Contingency. That's starting at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Join us for 1 hour for that if you'd like. But otherwise, for Speed Energy, Bilstein Shocks, Myers Minks, Raceline Wheels, Nomad, of course, Steal It, Fab Tech, and everyone involved here for the Norra 500. I'm Sean Cermony. Right next to me, this is my partner in crime. We've been doing this for a very long time now, Kevin Johnson. For Pam and everyone else involved in Miles in the Field, thank you so much. Stay tuned. A lot of great racing. This was just an appetizer. We got lobster and filet mignon coming up the next couple of days, guys. Stay tuned.